Restoration is underway and is expected to take up to a year and a half, including the tuck pointing. The full exterior restoration is projected to cost $6 to $7 million. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The Dow from Stifel's down 271 points to 52,281. Got a crash on 170 going southbound at the airport. That's on the right shoulder. Also, a crash on 44 going west at 185 south. That's got the left lane and the left shoulder closed. On 44 east, there's road work at 141. That's in the left lane and left shoulder.
It's all about summer once again as we go through our Friday afternoon in the middle of July. Partly sunny skies, hot and humid. We'll keep an eye out once again for these spot pop-up thunderstorms, which normally you think, that's not going to be a problem. But where they form, they are continuing to produce very heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. So kind of have to pay attention to the sky. 93 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. A humid night, 75 for the overnight low. Saturday and Sunday, sunny skies, 93 for the high each day. We'll keep that going Monday and Tuesday, and a shot of some cooler temperatures, mid-80s on tap for Wednesday of next week. Let's keep our fingers crossed. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
And a live look at the radar. Doesn't look like anything severe, but some heavy rain in a boomerang shape on the radar from Ferguson to the Arch and down to Limay moving through. Also down to the south, just passing through Bonne Terre, headed to Prairie du Rocher. Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. It's 86 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. New band for you guys. Andrew, you ever heard of Liquid Mike?
No. I only listen to Gaseous Mike.
He really worked a long time on that one.
Bro, you had that one was like in your holster. What
I
was
was
that?
stuck between liquid or gaseous and solid.
Yeah, that's
solid. Mike, yeah.
Neither one's funny, I think.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good try, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's
we
just
can do the Simpsons birthday cake that says you tried.
You know, it's the beginning of the show. He wants to bring something to the conversation.
Yeah.
He's going for an early joke.
Yes.
You know what happened to this band, though, right?
This is another joke.
No, like this Liquid Mike, you do know what happened to them.
No.
I have heard of them.
No.
They evaporated into gaseous.
For the love of God.
They went on tour in Antarctica and they froze into solid Mike. But they melted again, so it's fine.
Okay, all right. That should do it. That'll do it.
They were only solid Mike for a couple of hours.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I don't feel so bad about how do I start the show today.
Dave's like, well, there's the bottom.
Yeah. I can't dig this up anymore. I have a ruling for you guys. Driving down Highway 40 today, coming into work, normal traffic. I'm going about, 70, 72. And here comes a car from behind going about 100.
Oof.
And it's a Porsche 911. So I already hate whoever's driving it, just being judgmental. And then when they passed me, and this isn't salient, I'm just painting a picture, but I don't want to taint the jury. But as they passed me, I could see that the driver was wearing driving gloves.
Oh.
And he's in the left lane, of course, and he runs into, not physically, a big black SUV who is just not having it. And they're going 75, and they're going to keep going 75. And traffic is such that he can't get around them.
Right.
So I'm like driving faster than I should just to watch this play out.
Like, what's going to happen?
And the guy never got out of the way, and this guy in the Porsche kept like running up on him and trying to like do like a Ferrari thing in and out of cars. Who's the villain here? If you're in the left lane, even going 75, and someone wants to get past you, is it your, I don't care about legal duty, but is it your duty as a fellow human to get out of the way? Maybe they're heading to the hospital because their driving gloves are stuck to their hands.
I don't drive this fast, but 75 seems a little slow to just park yourself in the fast lane, right? Shouldn't you get over at a certain point? Once you've passed the people you want to pass, if you're going to keep just going 75, just get back over.
Yeah. My rule when I'm driving to Florida or Colorado is even if I'm going 82, if someone wants to get past me, I move over.
Yes, that's the courtesy move. And so to me, there's two villains in your story. There's a minor villain, which is the person driving 75. That's not a major villain. 75 is well over the speed limit.
Right.
You're not a major villain, but you should make an effort to get over to make room for someone faster because that's just traffic works better that way.
Mm-hmm.
But also don't drive 100 and then also terrorize everyone else.
Yeah.
It's one thing to pass. It's one thing to be faster. It's another thing to be weaving and bobbing and tailgating and revving your engine and all that other nonsense.
You know who I'm starting to resent just as much as the slow left laners?
Who's that?
The way too fast right laners. I'm trying to merge onto the highway and I see a car coming up and they're going 75 in the very right lane.
Yeah.
Why aren't you in the middle? I don't understand.
They think they're getting an advantage.
I think the problem is
they're going to rear end somebody or something like that.
Part of the problem is that the whole thing gets jacked up because of the left lane campers. The people that still refuse to move over, that refuse to accept that 62 in the left lane is just not okay. You don't get the left lane because you're happy being there. A lot of people seem to camp there because there's the least amount of merging, and they don't need to deal with any of it. Well, you're screwing it up, which is going to force faster cars to move right because they're not going to go 60. They're not. I mean, practically speaking, they're just not. If everybody just played the game the way that the rules are drawn up, because almost every state has the law that says the left lane is a passing lane. They don't designate fast or slow. It's a passing lane. And if you're not passing, you're not supposed to be there.
Liquid Andrew's being pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, gaseous
You're the only
Andrew.
real expert we have.
Every time we gotta do this, that's why I don't say anything. No, I think that it's really stupid when people are going way too fast in the right lane. To Rachel's point, that's kind of my big pet peeve.
Yeah.
I also don't like, in general, right lane stuff when I'm trying to get over off of the highway on a short ramp. And there's somebody who's just insisting on, multiple people maybe going as fast as they possibly can in the right lane. And it's guys, there are people merging off the highway.
Yeah.
You need, it's literally unsafe to not make a little bit of room for them.
Yes. And
this applies to big trucks too, Mr. Truck people.
Yeah, I would say you're right, Andrew. Regardless of speed, even if you're going the speed limit, you as the person in the right lane need to allow merging traffic to merge, which means either slow down a second or move to the middle for a second. This is how this works best is when we actually say, there are other people around us. Some are going faster than me. Some are going slower. But we accommodate each other as opposed to competing with each other.
Not sure if we have any truckers in the audience. I'm sure we do.
Awesome.
But I always wonder when you're, on a trip and two semis get side by side for 10 miles.
Oh, I hate them.
They know what they're doing, right?
I hate them. Because one's got to go 1.5 miles an hour faster than the other, and it's going to take them 10 miles to pass the other one when they don't care. That's just awful. Just slow down the 1.5 miles, bro. You're going to be okay.
I had a driving thing from this morning. Could I get a ruling as well?
Yeah.
So I'm turning. Maybe this gentleman is listening. That would be interesting. I'm turning from Forest Park Parkway, I guess, onto Jefferson.
Okay.
I'm making a left turn.
Yep.
The light is green, but there's no oncoming traffic at all. So I'm making my left turn. A cyclist is also going because he has a green light, but he's cycling in the crosswalk. He's not on the road. He's cycling way over there. And I'm looking at the situation going, okay, I'm just going to try to make my turn because I will theoretically be able to make it before he makes it that far into the crosswalk. But he started cycling so fast that I then had to stop kind of mid-turn and let him go. And it was very awkward. And I'm like, am I wrong? Is he wrong? Who was supposed to go there?
So was the cyclist on the sidewalk?
He was in the crosswalk. So I think maybe he was going from the sidewalk to the sidewalk, but going through the crosswalk.
Yeah, I don't know. Do crosswalks apply to bikes?
So obviously,
same as walking, yeah.
Obviously, you hit him because he deserved it. So
I
what
said-
happened after you hit him?
I said, this is your fault.
Is that your ruling?
What happened after he?
Yeah, should I call the police?
After he peeled his
Should I
butt off
fess
the
up?
sidewalk. I want to go back to the driving thing for a second. Also, one of the first things Rachel said is 75 considered too slow to be in the left lane.
So we're just totally changing the subject
Yeah.
from my ruling. I don't
think
get
we
a
are.
ruling.
I think we are.
I think your ruling there is that people that are either on foot or on bike should probably be a little bit more aware of the cars that are also around them. Like, don't speed up because you see someone.
Yeah,
maybe
he was
stop
like,
for a split second, let the faster thing move, and then go.
It was just awkward, and I was like, well, am I wrong?
I don't think so.
I couldn't think of the actual law. Okay, back to Andrew's question. Is 75 too slow to be in the left lane?
Yeah, because you were saying like
To be camped there, yes. To be, you should not just be hanging out in the left lane.
Yes, that's right.
You shouldn't just stay there. It is, like Wheel said, it is a passing lane. So you get there just to pass. Even if there's no one else on the road, you shouldn't
understand
be camping out in the left lane.
no one drives like that, right? Like
That's
people
the
just go
problem.
in the left lane. And they
That
sit
is
there.
That's the problem.
And
That's
it's-
what screws everything up.
It makes things unsafe for
Yes.
others.
That's what screws everything up because anything with massive numbers of people moving is about patterns and about people's predictable behavior. And when people start adding unpredictable behavior to that, you get nonsense. So if everybody were to do the zipper merge, if everybody were to move out of the left lane when they're supposed to, or allow traffic to merge in the right lane instead of forcing people to get almost run off the road coming onto the highway. If everybody did the things you're taught to do in driver's ed, it works better. It works smoother. There are fewer accidents, and it's not hard. But too many people don't care because they care only about their comfort or the fact that they're just looking at their phone the whole freaking time.
Here's my most hated driver, and I experienced it last night. I forget what road I was even on, but I was on a road, and I travel it all the time, and there was unexpected traffic, and then I finally got up there, and I could see like road crew or whatever, but it was a turn, and I've said this before, the people who make that turn when they have the green, but they know that they're not going to. Do you know what I mean? Like they're stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Yes, and then it
Right,
becomes
right.
It's
now
everyone
on
else's
everyone
problem.
else to make it okay for them. Yes.
Oh, I know where I was.
Yeah,
I was going
yeah.
down Skinker last night, and I had to turn left on Y down, and the people who were turning onto Skinker from Y down were doing that. And so when it was our turn, there were 3 cars in front of me making the turn, and each one honked at that person who was in the middle.
Good.
So I honked at him
Yeah,
too.
get
and
him.
It felt really good.
Get 'em!
It felt really good.
I don't know if this is a ruling or not, but it's the exact same concept because I feel like the last couple of years I see it more. I don't know if it's because I've just become hyper aware of it or if it's actually just more people being careless.
Yeah.
But the number of people that will merge into moving traffic when they do not have the light is increasing, and it infuriates me. When people will be like, they have a red light, you have a green, they think they have enough time, and they just go. They don't stop. They don't brake. They just go, and you've got to slam on your brakes or change, or you're going to hit them. What is that?
I'm always
Like, just
humbled.
stop.
I'm always humbled when I'm the one doing the D head thing.
Yeah.
And we all do, right?
Yes.
Like we all like, oh, it's yellow, and then people are like, and you're like, oh, that's
Right,
me.
right.
Well, turning from Jefferson onto Olive here, there's a sign, and it's like there's a red light camera. It also applies to the right turn. Mm-hmm. But the sign's kind of up in a way where I'm like, I'm not sure exactly which light it's referring to.
yeah.
So I never do right on red.
Yeah.
But then I'm always nervous that the people behind me are mad, so I don't
Right.
put on my blinker until the light is green again. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll turn.
You don't
And
want to
then I
get the
do it.
honks. Yeah.
Maybe I will go
I
this
don't know.
way.
Have you guys noticed yet on Tucker? You know how they put in the bike lane there? I have seen, every day I'm driving home, I see cars in the bike lane.
Yes, people are so
Do they
dumb.
fit?
Barely. That's the whole point. Like, your tires are scraping the edges on each side. Like, do you not see that it's big and green and it shows bikes on it? Are you that blind? I've seen it almost every day, and it's a lot of times people pulling out of the KFC because like they just turn because they're just that's where the lane is. So instead of going out one step further, like, I'll just turn right here into the bike lane.
Since we're complaining and since you brought up the KFC.
All right, let's get it.
I get so mad when I turn right out of our garage and there's that turn lane.
Yeah.
But it's taken up by a bunch of people parked
at the KFC.
Inside at the KFC. There's literally a sign that says no parking.
Yes.
No one cares. There's 3 cars there every day. I'm going, come give these people a ticket. I am begging you.
Please.
Do something about this.
Well, those people used to be able to park on the other side, like on the Tucker side, but now that's a bike lane.
That's right. So God
there's
forbid you go an extra half a block and pull around the other corner where there's ample parking right there on the street.
The Colonel.
The audacity
It's
to
literally right there by the Papa John's.
where it says no park. You're parked in a lane.
Yes.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with so many people in downtown St. Louis that they see the middle of the road and they say, this is a good place for me to stop my car.
In the road, yes.
I'm going to put my car in park and then leave it.
It's because they know it's not monitored.
Well,
nobody's out there
Yeah, no one's
looking.
doing anything about it, so what's the consequence? There's no consequences.
When we had the school beneath us.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like every day at drop off or pick up, people would literally park in the middle of Olive.
Yeah.
Just like, this is what's best for me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're all riled up now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is...
That school should have been called 30% chance your child survives.
You definitely want to talk about things that every audience can relate to. All these driving things, it's happening right now, and people are like, yeah.
We're doing it for 4
Get 'em.
hours.
That's
4
it.
hours.
4 hours of traffic talk on KMOX.
For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering knows what a hard day's work looks like because he's done it his whole life.
I like Mike. He's a dad. He knows what our families are up against.
Mike Deering's a businessman. He knows what red tape actually costs.
I like Mike because Mike Deering stands with President Trump. Secure the border, cut our taxes, put Missouri first.
I'm Mike Deering. Career politicians spend more and tax more while your family gets squeezed. I'll lower your taxes, keep your money in your pockets, and cut government waste so deep it'll make the politicians squeal.
Mike Deering, farmer, small business owner, dad, conservative. I like Mike.
I like Mike.
I like Mike. For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering. On Tuesday, August 4th, vote Republican Mike Deering for state senate. Make common sense conservative leadership common again. Paid for by friends of Mike Deering. Megan Kaiser, treasurer.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
You know the feeling. It's 2 a.m. You're awake, running the numbers in your head. Payroll's coming. A client hasn't paid. Costs just went up. And you're thinking, how am I going to make this work? That's where LendSeek comes in.
That was me. I had payroll in 3 days and money tied up in receivables. I couldn't wait weeks for a bank. I went to LendSeek, and within minutes, I saw real funding options. They were clear, upfront, no games. By the next day, the money was in my account. Payroll went out, crisis over.
LendSeek uses AI to match your business with the right funding, up to $5 million in as fast as 24 hours.
With LendSeek, it's not just funding, it's knowing you're covered when things get tight.
If you've been in business for at least 1 year with at least $500,000 annual revenue, apply today. No upfront costs, no prepaid penalties, because in business, waiting isn't an option. Start ready, stay ready with LendSeek. Apply at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
For men over 50, staying healthy shouldn't feel complicated. Neovitin Men's 50 Plus is a doctor-formulated daily multivitamin designed to support everyday wellness with just 2 tablets a day. You can subscribe at neovitin.com for convenient monthly delivery right to your door, or find Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Deerbirds or Schnucks. All Neovitin vitamins are manufactured in a GMP-certified facility in the USA and are designed for real, everyday routines. Make nutrition easy with Neovitin Men's 50 Plus.
We often hear the words retirement and annuity used in the same sentence, but it's important to know that not all annuities are the same. If you're not sure, it may be time for an annuity x-ray. Steve All and the team at the All Financial Group can review your annuity. Call Steve at 636-230-8824 and at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Summer is officially here, and that means the family internet, it is working overtime. All our lives are always online, and that's why I rely on i3 Broadband. Traditional cable just can't keep up, but i3 delivers 100% true fiber directly into my home for ultra-smooth, reliable performance. Plus, they're a local provider that actually treats you like a neighbor. Skip the fake fiber. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 866-806-5485 to upgrade, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. I think, as you guys know, I love William Shatner. I just love him. I love Star Trek. I love the movies. I love Unexplained. He just seems like a cool dude. And he is going to debut his band called the Effers.
Yep. Which is great.
At a metal gig, Riot Fest in Chicago.
Yep.
And I
Big
have
festival.
I have his rider.
It's the best. I saw this earlier.
Let me get this right. He wants the city to rename a boat in his honor so he can captain a ship again. He wants to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at a Chicago baseball game. He wants his backstage, he wants his dressing room to be called Shatner's Shag Shack. He wants 4 feet of Polish sausage, a Montreal Canadiens hockey sweater signed by John Stamos.
Oh, my God.
8 pallets of Faygo, specifically not to be shared with the Insane Clown Posse.
You know the Faygo thing, right?
No.
Faygo's a Detroit thing. ICP's from Detroit, so like they're going to go take it all. Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it is pretty hilarious. He needs a pair of tube socks and a pair of underwear.
Yeah.
Provided.
Pretty great.
And he wants an assortment of adoptable puppies from a reputable local animal rescue nonprofit.
Nice.
I can get with that.
Yeah.
Have a little puppy time right before you go on stage.
Yeah.
Get those little guys all adopted out.
So Andrew doesn't want the puppies to get adopted.
I would really prefer if they just stayed at the pound.
They're not at the pound.
No, let's not forget, so it's probably not 99-year-old William Shatner who's making these decisions.
Oh, I don't know.
It's probably his social media person who is proven to be 2 things. Number 1, a right-wing reactionary. And number 2, good at finding these kind of, little viral, what if it, 4 feet of Polish sausage is so random. And it's suspect the way that account is run with seemingly no input from actual William Shatner.
But you think the social media people are writing riders for a concert contract?
Yes, I don't think that 100-year-old
that's an agent doing that. As
I don't think 100-year-old William
manager.
Shatner is looking for adoptable puppies.
He's 110, Dave.
Look,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's been a weird half hour.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys about, I got the wrong one. It's not here. Is it BioBalance Health?
Yes.
I can do that without copy. I'm just good like that. Let me tell you guys about Dr. Kathy Maupin. Talk about her literally every day. Never want you guys to be like, I can't hear this again. But the way this works is that there are people now who might need testosterone replacement, who've been listening to the show for 5 or 10 years and haven't needed it before. And when I say, like, yeah, just if you put together a couple of weeks of just not feeling right and you're not sick and you're getting sleep and you just can't figure out what it is, it could be low testosterone. And we remember what it was like to get testosterone, back in puberty, pretty powerful, and carries us through our adulthood. Then you get to a point, 40 and above, definitely at my age, and you just don't have it anymore. And it affects the bedroom, it affects the boardroom, it affects the gym, it affects sleeping and mood and the whole thing. Dr. Maupin was one of the first MDs to do this in town. She is a patient of the testosterone pellets herself. I've been getting them for, I think this is my 7th year now, and just, I will always do it unless they come up with something new that's better. And then right next door, they have BioBalance Skin, Botox and chemical peels and microneedling, everything to make your face look as good and young and wrinkle-free as possible without doing anything permanent or painful. BioBalanceHealth.com.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings, so it really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, bone cancer. Dr. Angela Herbie.
New pain that's persistent and unexplained, or any lump that's bigger than the size of a golf ball should raise concern and trigger someone to talk to their doctor. And if you notice a lump, this is especially true if that lump is starting to grow and change size quickly, as in over weeks.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family. As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer, proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th, America.
We've got another classic mid-July weather pattern across the St. Louis area on this Friday afternoon. Partly sunny skies. It's hot, it's humid, and the pop thunderstorms will be firing once again here and there, but where it's here, there'll be very heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. 93 for the high. Not for everybody. Clear skies and humid tonight, 75 for the overnight low. Very steamy evening on tap. Saturday and Sunday, sunny skies, quiet, but kind of hot, 93 each day. Fingers crossed, we've got some cooler weather coming in by Wednesday of next week. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
The radical left let crime and drugs pour into our nation, and they let biological men into girls' sports. But here in Missouri, if there's a problem, we fix it. That's why Ann Wagner's fixing the mess the radical left made and delivering for us. Wagner voted to ban biological men from competing in girls' sports, and she voted to fund the police and provide more resources for Border Patrol agents, keeping our families, communities, and children safe. And Ann Wagner didn't stop there. In Congress, Wagner passed the largest working-class tax cut in American history, kept big government out of our business, protected our way of life, and ensured our communities remain safe. That's why Ann Wagner's endorsed by the Missouri Farm Bureau and Missouri Fraternal Order of Police. Vote Ann Wagner for Congress on August 4th.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
Today, the Cards, the D-backs.
Ameren Total Access 745. First pitch 840.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Happy Friday to everybody. Okay, real question. This isn't just like, what's up with socks? Why, and I will acknowledge first so that people don't say like, well, do you want to go back to 1800? And by someone, I mean Wheeler. Yes, almost everything is better now. And we have taxis that bring us food, and like we have a gazillion choices on our television. We walk around with a computer in our pocket. But there are a few things that are still really sucky. I commiserated with my friend Rach this week because she was trying to schedule some medical stuff, and I could hear her on the phone. And they were doing everything they could to make sure that she didn't get taken care of. The DMV. It took me 3 tries at my pharmacy just to get a medication. Why is it that these things have not been made easier? Because I don't know nothing about nothing, but I think I could probably go, well, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? And as much as I'm into like space exploration, I think I would give up the International Space Station and the moon landings in the future if they could just fix stuff here. If I could easily get my tags, and Rach could easily get her test, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I the only one? Like,
no, I totally get where you're coming from. The problem is that if we stopped with the space exploration, that would fix nothing. Like, I don't think they would then be like, and we're going to put that money into making your life
right.
better.
I don't think that's
like,
why.
Right. That's exactly.
Yeah. So that's why like I'm still fine with it. If there was a way to guarantee that things would get better here if we stopped doing that, then sure. But
yeah, the problems you described are big companies that want to keep making more money but don't want to pay people. I mean, if they would just commit to, hey, we're going to give you the best service, rather than wringing every last nickel we can out of every single bit of our business, you might have something more along those lines. But I think it's less about the technology available and more about how can we just end up. And again, I get it. I'm not saying that profit motive is a complete negative. I'm just saying I do think that a lot of the biggest companies go too far on the scale, where it's not enough about the customer and too much about we got to get every penny we can get.
Could be. Could be.
Because you have the pharmacy problems. I never do. The pharmacy stuff is like, I don't know if it's just the specific one I go to. They're great.
I think the specific one I go to sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There is differences.
Yeah.
Like, it is important to find a good one.
Yeah. Oh. It was Taco Bell all along. Rach was right.
It's like you guys don't even listen when I talk.
There's your problem. They can't give you medicine. Like, listen, makes me feel better too, but it's not actual medicine.
Well, it does serve as a laxative sometimes, especially now.
So you had a moment last night, Kev? You thought maybe...
So the last couple of nights I've had a salad with dinner. And actually yesterday I went bigger and had the salad for dinner with some chicken on it. And because I'm like, I know where these reports have come from, and I know they were a lot of fast food and all that. And I'm like, I didn't hear anything about this brand that I bought. And I did look before I bought it. And there was a little bit last night, I don't know, maybe a half an hour where you're getting like, feeling like the bubble guts and, you know, there's noises coming out of both ends, and you're like,
You're really descriptive.
And
Is
then
that
you're
different?
Like, well,
it
was. Let's just say
Sounds
it was
like Andrew's morning.
Let's just say for about.
Yeah, I can't tell if I have the parasite or not.
Let's say for about an hour before bed, it was about quadruple the norm. And I was like, "Oh, this better not be this other stuff." And then it went away. So I think I missed it.
It went away, huh?
Yeah.
Important PSA. So it is Taco Bell, but technically, so it's not. It's not like Taco Bell's not growing the lettuce.
It's their
Taylor.
supplier, right?
Taylor is the name of the supplier, and you can get that at the grocery store. They sell like salad kits and
Yes.
stuff.
Oh. Yes.
So be on the lookout for. And now I'm sure it's all gone from stores by this point. I'm sure it's all been taken off the shelves. But if you see any Taylor branded, lettuce
Taylor
or produce
Farms,
or
yeah.
whatever, Taylor Farms, I would avoid it if possible.
And apparently that was the same one that provided the contaminated onions to McDonald's a couple of years ago. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get two?
Right.
How do you get to have two catastrophic spreading parasites to everyone?
Yeah, I don't think you need 3 strikes when it comes to that.
Yes. I think after even maybe one,
Stop
maybe
making
we
people
go.
poop, man. That's not cool.
Unless they want it.
Well, they have meds for that, right?
All right, let's do something fun here. We can get the stream involved as well. Try not to think about it too much. What is the single best thing you've ever eaten? Doesn't have to be fancy. Doesn't have to be at your wedding. Or it could just, what's the best thing you've ever eaten?
A lot of things.
Yeah, I know. That's a really good question. I do.
Okay, what's the best thing you've eaten today?
Chicken tenders.
Orange chicken. I know that I have one, and it's like right on the tip of my tongue. And I wish it was. I wish it was still on the tip of my tongue. 'Cause it
KFC
was
Double
delicious.
Down.
I mean, Double Down's in the top 10 for sure.
I would say like maybe like a steak situation. Yeah, good steak. Yum, yum, yum.
This did not go as well as I thought it would.
It's hard. There's so many possible answers.
Yeah, we're on the spot.
The best, that's like, choosing between your children.
We're all old, man. We got to go through years of eating.
What's the best thing you've ever eaten, Dave?
I'm the guy asking the questions.
Oh.
So to be clear, just because I'll do this like Sweet 16 style. Are we talking about the whole deal, like from the experience of the thing that you're doing?
He said don't think about it.
Or is it just the food? I'm asking.
Don't be Skip.
Because I might have a different answer. If it's just the food, it was a seafood dinner in Miami when I was in college. It was a great big awesome crab cake with a swordfish steak and unbelievable sides and a great dessert. It was probably as good as any I've ever had.
Well done.
Nice.
But if I were going atmosphere, it might be the fish and chips that I had at a really nice place, looking at the Opera House in Sydney during the 2000 Olympics, just sitting out there
All
on
right.
the
Well, now
thing.
you're just bragging.
Yeah, now I'm getting mad.
That's why I'm asking.
It's a little
'cause
uncouth.
maybe it was the resort in Italy where we're looking out over a lake and we're sitting there eating a really nice meal with seafood and pasta. I mean, it might have been that too. Could have been in Paris when we all got to go into this restaurant owned by one guy and he brought us all in there and sat us and gave us everything on the menu while we ate. That was probably the best one.
And here I was going to go. I was going to go with Roma's Pizza in Bethalto. So
I am going to key his car on my way out.
You ass.
Key his Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to throw that out there.
Don't do that.
And the license plate is.
The license plate
Wheels
is
with a Z.
The license plate.
Wheels with a Z.
The license plate is just don't.
Did you see the
yeah
squeeze ass lady?
Tell people.
So there's a lady in Florida who's very mad because she was sent. It's an older lady, which does make it funnier, unfortunately. And she was sent a license plate, like it's just one of the randomized license plates by the city, and it's three digits separated by like an orange, and then 3 more digits, and it's SQZ A55.
Yeah.
So for all the world, at first glance, it looks like her license plate says "squeeze ass."
It does.
And
she's really mad.
She's
Yeah.
very mad. She's like, "Do not squeeze my ass under any circumstances."
I don't think people
No matter what the license plate says. I know what it says.
I don't think the license plate is a call to action. Maybe as much as it could be a statement about the driver.
It reminds me of the episode of The Office where Todd Packer, they're like, "Oh, you a big William Hung fan?" Because that's essentially what his license plate says. He's like, "Why did you ask me that? Why does everyone always ask me that?"
That's funny. Oh, man. That's a bad memory. William Hung. We all remember William Hung.
Of course.
Yeah.
He was a big deal from
American Idol.
American Idol, when it first started.
Was he one of the good ones or the bad ones?
No, he was really bad.
She bangs.
Oh, okay. What?
The guy who's saying she bangs.
I don't
she
think I ever
bangs.
saw
But
it.
everyone loved
You
him.
said what?
Like what?
So early on,
She does what?
Early on in my career, I didn't know who I was, and like pranks and stuff were big back then. So I was trying to be that guy, and I called William Hung's house.
Oh no!
You called his house?
Yes, and
Live?
And
Did Mom pick up?
No, he picked up.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember what my bit
He was like, "Hello."
I don't remember what my bit was, but I had a
Says
bit.
you've got hung.
And I was like, I
get
was
hung up on?
kind of torturing him. No, if you'd all shut up, I can tell you the story.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry.
Bunch of pieces of crap.
Sorry.
Let's do some more gaseous Mike jokes while we're at it.
I stand by those. I liked those.
Vic, can you get rid of these guys for me?
All right, what'd you do to
So
Billy?
tell us.
Anyway, his dad's standing right next to him. And I'm one of probably 15 jackasses that called that day. And he's screaming at me through the phone and screaming at William, his son, like, hang up on him, just just screaming. And William Hung was like, Dad, he's a nice man, and I just want to give him an interview. Oh my God.
My heart.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And then did you change course?
I think I hung up.
Yes, this is what it was like.
You were like,
All right, let's go.
All right. Talk to me. Tell me your name. You blow me off like it's all the same.
You know, it's of that nature.
Oh, okay.
So, fun fact, you interviewed William Hung.
Yeah.
We also had David, what is his last? The guy who plays Todd Packer on the
David
show.
Koechner.
Yeah, remember? We had him on
we
KMOX.
really?
Yes.
Oh.
Dave, you don't remember this? You guys got
No.
along so well.
Yeah, kind of.
it was just like 3 years ago.
Is that that's
It's
Champ.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Champ
yeah. Oh, now I remember.
So Kansas City guy, I believe.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Yep.
So it all came full circle.
There you go.
There you go.
I had never heard that name. I had to have heard that name when he was.
Yeah, he was
Famous
super
for
Yeah,
famous.
it was like a meme before there were memes.
Oh,
Okay.
you probably heard it when you were vacationing in Lake Louise.
Right.
It could have been maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, Lake Maggiore in Italy, probably.
You made that up.
And
No, it's a
yet,
real place.
he didn't know how to say please in French.
I was thinking in Italian that day.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. The wait is over. The displays are now open at the Reserve in West County, a prime location at Manchester and Highway 109. The Reserve is an outstanding community with serpentine streets, extensive trails, and our own neighborhood park with a pavilion, gazebos, playgrounds, and more. Come tour our popular Hamilton Ranch or our luxurious Turnberry story and a half. Visit McKelveyHomes.com. It's time to move up to McKelvey.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
So personally, I wish that there was a Michael's Flooring type of business for every single business. As you guys, if you listen to the show, you know, because I say it in my live endorsements all the time, I don't like talking to salespeople. I don't like being sold. I have walked away from many different transactions where I wanted the thing. I want the motorcycle. I want the drum set, whatever. But the sales process just turns me off. With Mike, it's so absolutely perfect for someone like me. And if you're like me, you're going to appreciate it. You go to one of the three Michael's locations, you kind of, you know what you're looking for. You know whether it's hardwood or it's you know, wall-to-wall carpeting or an area rug. You let them know what you're looking for. They will tell you very politely, professionally, simply, concisely, here's what we have. Based on what you're telling me, here's what I would recommend. But if you want to save a little money, you can go this way. If you don't mind spending an extra $300, you can go that way, and that's going to be top of the line. And then if you say, like, okay, let us think about it. We're going to go have lunch. We'll call you in a couple of days. No one's going to hound you. No one's going to follow you out to the parking lot. They're not even going to call you. They trust you that when you're ready to buy, you're going to buy. And if they push you into it, you may end up being sideways with them because I don't think people regret purchases that they got pushed into. We know that. That's why we treat you with respect. michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Soldiers Memorial Military Museum looks at American military history through the lens of St. Louis. From the Revolutionary War to the present day, the galleries showcase stories of local service members and delve into the city's wartime history. Outside, the Court of Honors includes monuments to those who lost their lives in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Admission is free. Find information about special exhibits at mohistory.org/memorial. That's mohistory.org/memorial.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
Can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
Boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 150. Bernie Miklasz joins us at 2:30. Alvin Reed's going to be here at 3 p.m. George Mahey at 4. Typical kind of a Friday for the DGS. Just a little fun fact for you. Wow, that stopped quickly.
Sorry, I did my things in reverse. I usually fade out completely and then hit pause.
It's okay.
Got my wires crossed.
Men who are castrated live longer than men who keep their testicles by an average of more than 15 years.
Great. I'll die early. It's fine.
Oh, I should have lost mine years ago. Everything about my life would be better.
You know, the phrase keeping their testicles makes it sound like every man faces a choice at some point of
no choice.
whether to trade in or not.
Yep.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep them, thanks.
Yeah, like that's what happened. That's what happens when you turn 18. Today, son, you are a man, and you get to make your own decisions.
I don't know if you guys saw this. A guy paid $24,000 to zip line down into his wedding. He was a groom.
$24,000.
$24,000. I don't know why it cost that, but
probably because they had to install the whole line and everything. Or whatever, it's like at a fancy place, like a club or a...
It was at a mansion.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was dressed sort of like James Bond, and he zip lines in.
Is that kind of a red flag?
To
if
me, it
someone
is.
wants to do something like I don't mind the whole, we're going to choreograph a dance. Do fun things. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. It seems pretty crazy to be like, I think this is worth $24,000.
Oh, I just have to start praying now that Nick and Brie aren't going to want something like that for me.
You better not have any comments, Dave.
They want
What would you
to
tell
zip
Nick
line
if he
into
said
their
that?
wedding.
What would you tell Nick if he said that to you?
Said you're going to do a
He's
dance?
like, hey, no, Dave, I want Dave.
Hey, Dave
Dad,
lover.
Dad, I want
David.
We're getting married on this date. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna cost $24,000. I just want to zip line in and do a superhero dismount or something.
Well, I would talk him out of it because he's not a douche. But I think if I would rather write a check for $24,000 than be a part of one of those dances
choreographed
where you're
dance.
all wearing Wayfarers.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys think the wedding obsession is more about our fascination with romantic love as like the ultimate goal, or is it more, this is kind of the one chance I have to make a big deal?
Yeah, it's my one shining moment.
We're showing our ass.
Yeah.
It's all there is to it.
It's all about me, and it's okay today. That's what that all is.
Mm-hmm.
Which it is your day. You just don't have to go so far.
If you're going to go big, like do it at a funeral.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can say this. Send me out on a zip line. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be kind of
Leaving on a high note.
Kevin, you make a great point. If I only had to pay $24,000
There you go.
to zip line into a casket.
Yeah. Oh, and
he'd land all screwed up.
Here he comes.
People are screaming.
And you zip line right into the hearse.
Or zip line out.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have that thing, like burial at sea, and the zip line goes right down to the ocean.
Yeah. I'll do like the horse that had to jump off the super high into the little tiny pool. Just push me off. Just drop me from the great height into the tiny pool.
We got a new thing, man. We got to make these big funerals.
That's pretty funny,
He
too.
said he wanted a dunk tank. I don't know. I don't like the way they have to keep pulling him back out and sitting him back up on the chair.
Start putting this in my will and setting money aside.
Yeah, doing those dunk tanks where people get to throw a baseball
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
dunk you.
Yeah.
Whoever wins gets a prize.
Well, this has been one of the strangest hours. We started yesterday with puppetry, and it was so much more normal than this.
Have you guys ever been to a carnival where they have a kissing booth?
No.
I've only ever
Maybe
seen
it's
that on
like
TV.
a school one or something.
I can't believe they would do that at a school.
Yeah, I grew up in that era, but I don't remember any specifically having one.
If I have one, it was like a school fair from like third grade or something, and it was just a stupid thing. It was
that's
like
okay then.
How much money did you make?
I made like $74,000. That's how I'm going to pay for the funeral. Well, it was only $20,000 then, but now it's $74,000 after saving it.
I did one in third grade.
Yeah. I just vaguely remember there being booths like lined up for things
Boobs?
like that. Booths.
Yeah, it seems like something
Like
that only exists on like Happy Days.
Yeah, it's old timey. It's
There,
definitely not.
there has to be. It had to have existed because it couldn't be this big a part
Right,
of.
right.
We all know what it is, so it had to. There has to be precedent for
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I think they died out probably in the early 80s.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
When there was the first person to go,
This is a little odd. Maybe let's not do this.
Not
Yeah.
crazy about this. Now, key parties, a lot of those.
60s and 70s, man.
Well, yeah.
So, guys, about Universal Windows Direct, all of my stuff is in the wrong place. Hold on a second. I'm looking at E3 Wealth. Oh, that's Bethesda. Okay. I think I got the wrong ones. I really do.
Yeah, that's possible. Let me go look into that.
That's okay. I can do Universal Windows Direct with nothing. Really, really good people. They have been really nice to me. They've been really good to the DGS listeners who have reached out to them. I've heard from several people who got bids and said, "Oh my gosh, they were just so nice. They were so straightforward. They'll help me out to understand everything." You have to believe that their windows are good because other than that, who cares? They could give them to you for a nickel and you're just gonna have to replace them. But they're really good windows, lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty, 20-year warranty that you can pass on to someone who buys your house. Right now, it's buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free. You get 48 months, 4 years, 0% interest financing, same as cash. If you're interested, go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
With the high price of new and used cars today, many drivers are choosing to keep their vehicles a lot longer. But with the average car now over 12 years old, most manufacturers' warranties have expired. I'm Danica Patrick. If your car is out of warranty, a single trip to the mechanic could cost you thousands. That's why smart drivers choose Endurance. If your vehicle is less than 20 years old, no matter the mileage, Endurance could have your car covered for the drivetrain, electrical, AC, transmission, and more. And Endurance is with you every step of the way, from filing a claim to paying the mechanic of your choice directly. And your rate won't go up no matter how many claims you file. Call Endurance now and choose the plan that fits your budget. Act now and get 1 year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free.
For your fast free quote, call 800-291-0342. 800-291-0342. 800-291-0342.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 88 degrees. This just in, Schnucks is closing its only company-operated warehouse, the one in Bridgeton that was the center of a labor dispute a decade ago. The grocery chain announces the facility on Enterprise Way will shut down in March of next year, cutting 64 jobs. The closure is the final step in a transition that began in 2016 when Schnucks opened a larger non-union distribution center in Kinloch and fired more than 200 Teamsters at Bridgeton, triggering a nearly 300-day store boycott. That dispute ended with a settlement. Last year, Schnucks switched to the contractor for that massive Kinloch facility to BGDC Distribution. The company says in a statement it will work with union leaders on a transition plan for Bridgeton workers. Wildfire smoke is still impacting air quality across a large part of the U.S. ABC News medical contributor Dr. Alok Patel on how to protect yourself outdoors.
Try not to be exercising or doing anything that's overexertional, which would cause you to breathe in more air.
Air quality advisories remain in effect in more than a dozen states. In President Trump's address to the nation, the chief executive claimed election interference from back in 2020 when he lost to Joe Biden, but showed no evidence of how votes were manipulated. KMOX political analysts Hancock and Kelly say the control swing between Democrats and Republicans in Congress goes against the concept of widespread election fraud.
If elections were fraudulent, you wouldn't have this back and forth swing like we've had over the last couple of decades.
Yeah, and there's so many holes to be poked into that argument.
Hancock predicts Democrats will win control of the U.S. House in November and Republicans will barely hold on to the Senate. Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick says a recent audit of former Governor Mike Parson's office uncovered record-keeping and compliance concerns, but no criminal wrongdoing. Fitzpatrick tells MissouriNet the report's findings were largely tied to documentation, not personal conduct by the former governor.
So in this case, Governor Keogh can see the issues that arose during the prior administration, and the goal would be for them to be able to prevent those things from happening in their office moving forward. So this is not a situation where we're trying to throw stones at the Parson administration.
The audit also questioned more than $28,000 in comp time payments made to top-level staff and cited missing records. Parson appointed Fitzpatrick as state treasurer before taking office in January 2019. Opponents of two measures on Missouri's August 4th primary ballot are rallying Saturday in St. Louis and St. Charles. Amendment 4 would make citizen initiatives harder to pass. Amendment 5 would eliminate eliminate the state income tax and replace it with higher sales taxes on groceries and other basics. Rallies statewide start at noon. Governor Kehoe is touting Missouri's role in the World Cup. He says the state invested more than $108 million in security and safety for the Kansas City matches. Kehoe also used the tournament to pitch Missouri to foreign business and government leaders, meeting with ambassadors from Austria, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Argentina. The Dow from Stifel right now down 349 points to 52,191. We've got some road work on 44 going east at 141. That's got the left lane closed.
We've got another classic mid-July weather pattern across the St. Louis area on this Friday afternoon. Partly sunny skies, it's hot, it's humid, and the pop thunderstorms will be firing once again here and there, but where it's here, there'll be very heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. 93 for the high. Not for everybody. Clear skies and humid tonight, 75 for the overnight low. Very steamy evening on tap. Saturday and Sunday, sunny skies, quiet, but kind of hot, 93 each day. Fingers crossed we've got some cooler weather coming in by Wednesday of next week. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got some clouds, some sun. It is 88 degrees downtown at the Arch, sponsored by Ricken Financial. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Jerry Ricken and Heidi Ricken Provost cover the 3 key pillars of retirement planning: income, risk, and your tax strategy. Join us for Kickin' with the Rickens Redefining Retirement every Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on KMOX.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. A few minutes past 2 p.m. We'll talk to Bernie Miklasz at 2:30. Oh, hey, for anyone who listens to Tom Ackerman on Sports and Sunday, I will be joining him at the start of the show from 10 a.m. to 10:30 because I'm a huge fan and I just want to hang out and talk sports.
Nice.
That's fun.
Should be a lot of fun.
Bring some hot takes, Dave.
Yeah, I should just like take over the whole thing.
Just drop a bomb on like something about the Cubs or
yeah. If you see Rachel and I catch each other's eye and laugh, it's because Wheeler has done something Wheelerish. And I kind of want to pick on Pete Hegseth a little bit here. So I told Wheels, I'm like, hey, I'm going to talk about the Blue Angel thing. Then you can talk about the testosterone.
Yeah.
And if you want to take that into Trump offering inside information to the highest bidder, you can do that. And then completely serious, right, Rach? I mean, it wasn't like, here's something funny.
No, I'm legit mad about this.
He's really mad, Andrew,
Yeah.
and he goes, and here's another thing. I'm like, well, I don't want to go too far into politics on a Friday. Grown people are calling hot dogs glizzies, and I don't understand. What, are you 12 years old?
Just stop.
You just can't say hot dog?
Stop.
Why can't you say glizzy? I'll say glizzy.
It's a child's term. Are you out there saying skibbity too?
What do you mean
It's a
What do you mean it's a child's term?
It is. It's a silly little like social media teenager term.
I am
People need to grow up, man.
newly 36 years old, and therefore, if I say glizzy, it is an old man's term.
No. That's an old man saying a child's term.
I am reclaiming the language. I am a glizzy gobbler, good sir.
Oh, don't say that. Do not say that.
That just made me emotional.
I mean, see, this is what I mean. When the
This is my Mr. Smith goes to Washington stand.
When all of us are old, when the olds are using those words, we do it incorrectly, and
I'm
that would
using
be
it
an
correctly.
example. That's.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's got like multiple meanings.
I know that, Kevin.
Oh, you meant to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's being cheeky.
Yeah.
Fine, fine.
So National Hot Dog Day was Wednesday, as we know.
Yes.
I just learned this, though. It's celebrated annually on the third Wednesday in July, and it was established in 1991. So this was the 35th anniversary.
I'm sorry, what is it?
National Hot Dog Day.
Today.
It was Wednesday.
Oh, Glizzy Wednesday.
This is also
Day.
National Hot
It's like
Dog
Glizzy Day,
Month.
guys.
This whole month
totally
we could
skibbity.
celebrate.
The month of dogs.
It's also National Ice Cream Month.
Oh. That deserves a month. I think ice cream deserves a month, maybe even 2 months.
Here's how old I am. I didn't know what a glizzy was.
No, well.
I'd heard the term, but I'm like, well, I don't know.
Again, it's something that like you hear commonly from like high school and college age kids, and some of the younger kids imitate that. We can just stop. It's okay. Grown people can just say it's a hot dog. It's okay. You're not cooler by saying it the other way.
What if it's just fun to say it?
I'm going to let you go first on the rant here. I don't feel like I can match your energy. So, Rage, let's set him up.
I think the rest of us just go home.
Let's set him up, and we're going to play cut one. And if you haven't heard this, sometime earlier this week, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said very proudly that we're going to test everyone in the military, men and women. So it wasn't made clear at first, but it is, to make sure that their testosterone levels are where they should be so that they can be the best they can be. And then Jesse Waters said this last night.
He says you lose your endurance, muscle mass. So, yeah, I want these guys on it. But you know what's going to happen? The guys that don't need it are going to take it. To triple boost. Right. And then they're going to get out there. And women on base, you guys better be careful. Port calls, women in Asia, you better be careful. Because these guys are going to be wild animals, and you better watch out.
Look out, Asian women.
What is it? Is this like the date rape frat guy? What is he doing?
Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
I think it's pretty good.
I like I like the woman on the show at the end of the clip. You can hear her go, okay.
Yeah, I think that was Dana Perino.
Yeah.
Nobody who's actually like normal and cool acts like that. That's just the perfect sign of the pretty boy poser who doesn't actually get what it means to be a good dude. You're just a performative little twerp.
Well, if I were a service member, I'd be pretty insulted by that.
Right?
Like, you're basically calling me a sex pest.
Right.
And also, look, I'm not going to really weigh in on whether or not the testosterone should be like a valid treatment or whether the military should be covering that. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But from what I've read about it, they test you to see if you need. It's not just like, hey, line up and get your shots.
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to make you do it,
That's
and they're
right.
also not going to recommend it if you don't need it.
But the
so
question
it's kind
I would
of a
ask
silly
is,
take in the first place.
Is it going to impact how you are managed if you don't want to take a supplement? If it's like, your numbers are low, guess you can't be a commander anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if it's that's not okay.
The same people who didn't want vaccinations who got rid of the flu vaccine and everyone got sick this year.
I mean, again, I'm on testosterone treatments. I'm fine with it. It's fine. It's good for people. When you get older, it does go down. It's fine. It's totally normal. It's a weird thing for a government agency to be like, we're going to police this. Because, all those guys that are Navy SEALs that happen to be 33, they're low T. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if they're policing it, Wheels. I think it's more just like this is going to be available if this is something that you are interested in.
This is the other thing, these dumbasses, and I'll put, Pretty Boy Pete into this too. They act like this is going to be the difference in the quality of our military service. We're not out there boxing and MMA fighting and weightlifting for competitions against Iran. Everything is tech. It's fighter jets and drones and bombs. And what are we even talking about? It's the least important that testosterone's ever been for a fighting force because we're fighting with tech more than we're fighting with anything else. We're not out there fist fighting. We're not in the trenches of World War I. What are we even talking about?
As he screams from his testosterone.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, I can tell you, there's a good positive upside to it, but it ain't going to help me fly a fighter jet better.
So here's my issue of the day with Pete Hegseth. If you guys have probably seen this video on TikTok or something, but the Blue Angels were practicing next to a beach in Florida and doing a low flyover. And one of them obviously made a mistake. They immediately said that was way too low. The deck was much higher than that. And they were probably 20 feet off the ground, and I'm not exaggerating. And the beach went nuts and everything went flying.
Yeah.
And here's what I thought. Okay, you made a mistake. You're professionals, you're experts, you learn from it, and I would never have thought about it again.
Right.
But Hegseth posts, the low flyovers will continue until morale gets better. Okay, till morale improves.
Who's morale?
Yeah, I'm not sure who he's talking about there. And then he said, the Blue Angels will never back down. From what?
From training missions there?
From not flying 20 feet off a beach with kids?
Air shows?
From crashing into the ocean?
Am I wrong? Like the Blue Angels, I mean, those pilots are amazing. I mean, I had a chance to meet some of them. They're unbelievable. But the Blue Angels themselves, they don't actually fly combat missions as Blue Angels, right? That's a show. That's for the air shows and all that.
Yeah.
They are all real fighter pilots. I mean, we know that. You don't get there if you're not.
Yeah.
But so what are they going to back down from when you're basically the show for the Air Force as opposed to the Navy? I mean,
don't act like a mistake is us being wussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just simple. Hey, that was too low. We talked to the guy about it. End of story.
Yeah.
And it's not even a story then. It's just like, okay, maybe the guy gets what? I don't know, some minor demerit or something like that. I mean, even Maverick got a yelling at when he did stuff like that and buzzed the tower, right?
The Blue Angels will never back down from sucking beachgoers into our jet engines.
I told you guys the other day, like if when we had a similar thing, there was an air show near Jacksonville, Florida, when I was down visiting my parents a couple years ago, and they were flying, like we weren't at the air show, but part of their loop was coming down to the part of the beach where we were. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool to see. I think it'd be a little sucky if it was only 45 feet above my head because, you're like, what's happening? And then it's gone and you're like, oh, and it's kind of cool, but it's still not very safe. There's a reason air shows aren't flying over crowds. Right? There's a reason that when you fly over a stadium, you're not flying over 60 feet above the roof of the stadium.
Wheel, since you're on this roll, you wanted to just talk about Rick Scott?
Oh, man. Well, I think everybody's going to share my hatred for Rick Scott because this jerk's out there. First of all, you guys know Rick Scott. Super rich guy, worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Looks like a glizzy.
Yes, he does. He acts like one and talks like one, too. And yesterday said Americans should be working 7-day work weeks.
Yeah.
That's what we should be doing because
we don't work 7 days minimum.
Minimum, right. Like the big jackass CEO. Those are the people like, you got to put in 120% a day. Yeah, buddy, everybody's got 100%. There's no such thing as 120%. It doesn't exist. If you get to a part that's beyond before, you just weren't at 100% before. It's not that complicated. But, it's amazing to me that someone with that wealth and in a position where you're representing citizens thinks that that's a valid set of words to say because you're rich and you're like, I work every day. Sure you do, buddy. You take a couple texts and tell everyone else to do the work. That's what you're doing. And by the way, he also made money ripping off Medicare. So how about this? How about don't do crime? How about don't tell everybody else they should be slaves to you?
Okay, bring it home with the president's proposal.
Getting it all out.
He's getting married?
Well, this one, this is being reported by, this is real news story that not the president, but Trump Inc. is offering select Wall Street power brokers a chance to pay for, quote, ultra-fast access to market influencing posts that the president will be making on Truth Social. In other words, you can see what he's going to post before it goes to the general public, which means you can then trade off of that information. And they're offering that, at least if not doing it, considering it as a business proposition to Wall Street brokers. That you will get ultra-fast early access to what the president is going to say about matters related to the market. How is that not illegal?
How's that different from the teleprompter guy?
It's worse than the teleprompter guy. Way worse than the teleprompter guy. Because he's not selling it to a company that's going to be investing in changing things that affect all of us. Yeah. He's just betting on Kalshi, which is obviously that's a bad conflict all by itself. How can this idea even leak? How can anybody even float this idea and think that that's in any way okay?
Well, I don't know if you saw the opinion where the judge struck down that anti-weaponization deal where they are going to give the Trump family immunity in the past. And he was just like incredulous. Like, I can't believe this is coming in front of me. And,
So I'm just looking at the story on CNN. Apparently, competing social networks also sell traders access to this kind of information. So what it does is it just within milliseconds, you are going to see a market moving post. if he posts on X or if he posts on Facebook, Meta and X, maybe not those in particular, but competing social networks sell this same type of thing.
Yeah, that's different, though.
It is murky because
it's very different because who owns it. Yeah.
Right.
But it's also bad. And I saw, oh, God, who was this talking about it? It was a tech expert basically saying that the stock market is rigged. Not in the way that you would think like it's being manipulated to like fix it for certain people, but it's rigged to the point where because the big brokers, the big companies have access to this such high speed trading technology that they are making moves before you could ever even know that they're happening.
Yeah.
And that you're always going to be behind the game, and it's rigged in their favor. It's not necessarily rigged for you to lose, right? It's a setup where they have such an edge technologically that isn't available to everybody else, that it is essentially giving them what ends up being the equivalent of inside information.
Yeah. Okay. That concludes our anger portion of the evening.
For now.
Yeah, you're still here.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Hey there, it's Jill Schlesinger. I'm launching a new show. It's called Money Moves, and your money is going to move. We're going to help you make better financial decisions. We're going to call out the BS you're finding all over social media. We're going to give you actionable guidance to make your financial life clearer, less stressful. We're going to answer your financial questions and take the mystery out of your financial life. Follow and listen to Money Moves with Jill Schlesinger wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Nope, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Steve All of the All Financial Group doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824 for your personal portfolio x-ray. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk.
So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Taking care of your health shouldn't feel complicated. That's why we created NeoVitan to make nutrition easy. Our doctor-formulated vitamins are designed for real life and delivered straight to your door with our monthly subscription. No guesswork, no running out. Just clean, high-quality supplements manufactured in the USA using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Subscribe today at neovitan.com and take one simple step toward better daily nutrition. Visit neovitan.com and start making nutrition easy today.
100 years, one legendary voice. We live KMOX's century of service. Classic audio, photos, videos, and more at KMOX100.com.
Welcome back, DGS 224. We have Bernie Miklasz coming up next, and Wheels, this is sports, but I don't think we want to waste our time talking soccer with Bernie with all the Cardinal stuff. But I did see something really interesting. Last night I saw an interview with a European coach, like a youth coach, soccer coach. And he said, it's so simple. Here's the difference between European soccer and American soccer. In Europe, it doesn't matter whether the kids are 5-year-olds or 15-year-old, the younger the better. They select people out. That if you're not good at soccer and they don't think you're going to be elite, they politely ask you to go do something else. They just don't include you. And that in America, it's such a business, travel ball and all that stuff, that they do the opposite. They want as many people playing as possible, and they mix the good kids and the bad kids, and that's why we don't flourish.
I don't know the youth soccer structure as well as I know baseball, but I know that almost all of the youth sports structures in the U.S. are similar in some way, shape, or form. They don't tend to mix the elite players with the players below them, but they're in the same programs. They might play in the same tournaments, but there are always tiers of teams. So the best kids are going to be at a certain level on a certain group of teams, whatever the sport is, and they're going to compete mostly against the other best. He's not wrong about the structure of the way it plays out overseas, but it's also there's more to it than what he's saying, because there's also the fact that in most places in the world, they spend more time on skills and training and practice and less time on games, where we spend more time on games because games are more fun and you can charge more to play games and tournaments and things along those lines. So, and that's true in all sports, right? I mean, I know this from baseball. I'm in a program where we actually emphasize more practice and not as many games, because practice matters more than games. Training matters more than games for youth athletes. There's a reason why, for example, if you're training to be an Olympic runner, you're not always training in a big meet. You build up to meets. You train more than you compete. And you work on skills more than you work on winning a game or winning a tournament. So there's definitely a big philosophical difference. I'm not saying his description of what's happening in other countries is wrong, because it sounds correct. But I think here the complications are more that we don't have the patience for just more training and paying for it. The only way we can get people in the United States to pay for things is if there's going to be a trophy attached somehow.
That's interesting.
And I see that in baseball a lot, where it's why there's and it's true in basketball, volleyball. I mean, I have friends whose kids played volleyball at these same elite levels, travel versions of it. It's the same thing. Everything's got to be a tournament for a trophy. It's always got to be. Why isn't it enough to just train and get better?
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you're playing second base in a game, you might get 5 balls hit to you.
Yeah, but in practice, you're going to get 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about it as a musician. What if your ratio as a musician was as much time on stage for a gig as you practice?
Oh, now you're getting a little close to home with me.
I'm talking about developing kids, right? If you're talking about a child that's learning to play a guitar or learning to play the piano, yeah, you're going to have a recital. You're going to have a performance. But how many days and weeks and hours and months are you going to build up to that with training and classes? Yeah. My sister's a dance instructor. You don't just go dance every week in competitions. You build towards those things with tons of training.
Tell you guys about my friends at Bethesda. Go to BethesdaHealth.org to check out what we do. This is not, selling you pizza where everyone, needs it, wants it, can have it anytime they want. This is a very specific, specified need. But having gone through it now twice with both my mom and dad, and I thought I was prepared, like with my mom, because I'd gone through it with my dad. But when my mom fell unexpectedly, who falls expectedly, on opening day 2024, and she was in the hospital, and then she was in rehab for about a week, and then they're like, well, she can't go home. In fact, she's going to need skilled nursing. Here are 2 pieces of paper with about 20 names of facilities on them with a star rating. And you could tell it had been around since like the 80s. And so Bethesda had 5 stars. And I'm like, okay, I'll pick these guys. And I just got really, really lucky because when I told them how I picked them, they're like, oh, God, we hate that sheet. There's so many bad places on that thing. So you have to be really, really careful. If you care at all about what I think Bethesda's great. They have 7 independent living apartments. They have several facilities for assisted living, skilled nursing, hospice. No one dies alone. They're very nice people. I know all the upper people, the CEO, they're all great. They have great hearts. If you would like some counsel, Michelle, who's my friend, she's been there 31 years, and she really has a heart for this. She will tell you the truth. She'll tell you everything that she knows about it and really help you out. To get in touch with her, just go to BethesdaHealth.org, hit the Contact Us button, say you're from the DGS, and you'd like to talk to Michelle.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win? Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals Talk that doesn't flinch.
When someone tells me, Gary, I just want to feel calm about this, I usually say, good, that's fixable. Because calm doesn't come from watching the stock markets, it comes from having a plan. Let's build one together. Visit my website, checkwithgary.com, or call 800-966-1690. My show, Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg, every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, here on KMOX FM 104.1.
It's time for Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family. As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wishes everyone a safe and joyous summer. Proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th, America.
We've got another classic mid-July weather pattern across the St. Louis area on this Friday afternoon. Partly sunny skies. It's hot. It's humid. And the pop thunderstorms will be firing once again here and there. But where it's here, there'll be very heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. 93 for the high. Not for everybody. Clear skies and humid tonight. 75 for the overnight low. Very steamy evening on tap. Saturday and Sunday, sunny skies. Quiet, but kind of hot, 93 each day. Fingers crossed we've got some cooler weather coming in by Wednesday of next week. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Let's take a break.
Good idea.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing on that Amendment 4?
You know we fought for our freedom and rights. I'm not giving them away without a fight.
4 takes them?
That's exactly what 4 does. For over 100 years, Missouri voters have used our constitutional power to act when the politicians refused. I'll be darned if I'm voting to pass on less freedom and power to my kids.
It doesn't 4 kill majority rule?
Yep, creates minority rule, where just 5% of statewide voters in one district can block any citizen-led reform, making it nearly impossible to pass citizen-led ballot measures.
That's just dumb.
And when the politicians refuse to act, we've used citizen-led ballot measures to pass some big stuff, like lobbyist reforms, term limits for career politicians, and outlawing tax hikes without voter approval.
I'm not surrendering my power and rights to a bunch of politicians and lobbyists. I'm no on Amendment 4.
Hard no on 4.
Pay 4 buttons or inch, prepare governance.
If you're having a major project done at your house, it can be a long process. It can be kind of tedious or frustrating, and hopefully, though, when it's all done, you can stand back and look and think, oh my gosh, this is an incredible improvement. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, though, if you choose the wrong company. That's why I'm telling you that if you're thinking about a major project in your outdoor space, even a minor project, call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, because Chesterfield Fence and Deck is the sign you have the very best. They only use the highest quality products. They have their own installation crews with years of experience. That is extremely important. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck has been around for 58 years, a quality company, and they offer value. They're not going to be your cheapest bid, but they're going to be the best, and it's going to last for years to come. So you can stand back and think, money well spent. They'll offer you 48 months interest-free financing if you mention me, Debbie Monterey. Stop by and visit them, or visit them online right now at chesterfieldfence.com. Chesterfield Fence and Deck.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 234. Looks gorgeous out there. Had a little rainstorm a couple of hours ago. Bernie Miklasz joins us. Hey, Bern.
Good afternoon. Good Friday. How's everybody?
Doing okay. It's Friday, yeah. Baseball's back. Going to be an exciting, next part of the season. Lots to talk about, so I'm excited.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Looking for the World Cup too, man. But yeah, listen. The Cardinals are really interesting because they have a realistic chance to get a wild card. I mean, I did a deep dive on that today. Clay Davenport, who's one of the original sabermetric guys, who just sort of helped create that whole new way of analyzing baseball. He does a thing where every day he updates it. His projection system runs what it will take to get the first wild card, the second wild card, or the third wild card. So let's just limit it for now to the third wild card. His projection has 85 wins as the target. 85 wins. Well, given the Cardinals' record, to get to 85 wins, which would put them in great shape for the third wild card, they've got to go 35 and 32 the rest of the way. I mean, that's not exactly climbing Mount Everest, although they need to reverse the trends because they have a losing record since May 20th. If they have a losing record over the final 67, they ain't going to get a wild card. So I wanted to note that part. But this is a doable thing. That's the point.
And what makes this fun, Bern, is, I don't think that today there's an absolute answer as to what they can and will do. They can go in any number of directions, but would you think that it would take something extremely good or extremely bad to kind of change the general vision that they're looking at for these next few weeks?
Well, I think Lars Nootbaar's the key piece because first of all, the Cardinals are terrible offensively, and he's one of the few guys that has great numbers at Busch Stadium this season. Mm-hmm. He's also a guy that I think the teammates love. And listen, he looks good in center field and play left field. A lot of teams looking for a left-handed bat. I mean, Chaim Bloom doesn't need me or Wheeler or Dave Glover or anybody to tell him this. I mean, if some teams are going to come after Nootbaar hard because there's a lot of teams looking for left-handed hitters.
Yep.
You got to exact a great price from them. You have to. They're going to have to pony up based on what you want, because the advice I think we'd all offer is don't sell low. Let him stay here and try to help this team get to a wild card, because I think they'll miss him, even though, granted, they have a 500 record when he starts, but that's not like it's all on him.
Right.
But no. Listen, I don't. I can't imagine there'd be any angst about trading Dustin May. No offense to him. And we know the Cardinals lack depth, so they would have one less starter. But what would they get in return for him? So he's got to weigh that too. What they really need, if in a practical sense, if they're going to add anything, I know he'll be looking for prospects and to expand their pool. I just found this stat out while I was doing a column, which I'm still working on. You know who Fangraphs has a stat called meltdowns for relievers? Yeah. Meltdowns. Most meltdowns in the National League, Justin Brule, tied for second. Ryan Stanek, Jojo Romero, and tied for 7th. Tied for 11th. Sorry, Matt Swanson.
Right.
They've got the top 3 guys in terms of most bullpen meltdowns in the National League this year.
Yep.
He's got to find a guy who can pitch and leverage. I mean, it's not like you have to pay this huge price to get a reliever that you think can help you out in leverage situations, but that's a lot of meltdowns for 4 guys.
Yeah. No, it's part of the problem is like for the most part, those guys are good, but blow-ups matter in the bullpen. I mean, like it's not like a starter where you have a bad inning and you can still give them 4 good ones or whatever. Usually, if you blow up as a reliever, you lose.
Yeah. I don't know which way Chaim Bloom's going to go. There, he could trade from the catching surplus.
Yep.
And if somebody wants Leo Bernal bad enough, and he's got a great rep in the game already, you could get a young, controllable starter for him, starting pitcher, and maybe you could get a bullpen guy as well. I mean, I think somebody like that could actually fetch a good return.
Yeah.
So I'm more intrigued by that kind of trade.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, Brian. I wonder if you agree with me that I think they're actually in a really good position of power because they don't have to do anything.
Right.
They can do what they want for the reasons they want to. But it's also not a great seller's market. You've only got a few teams right now that are definitive sellers, and they don't have much to offer, where you're kind of playing both sides of the fence because I'm sure they don't want to ruin the vibe in the clubhouse. I'm sure they don't want to ruin the vibe at the ballpark. They're starting to sell more tickets. So they're going to weigh all of this stuff. But they are actually in a seat where they can do things from their own position of power rather than feeling like they have to do things.
Yeah, well said, and I totally agree with that. Yep, absolutely.
I'm just sitting back listening. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's such an interesting difference compared to a year ago. A year ago, you were like, well, we got to get something for these guys, and we got to start this retooling and getting younger. And in just 1 year, you're now in a position where you can kind of say, all right, the market's really hot, and Riley O'Brien with years of control could be super valuable. That could be a big return. And you don't have to do it, but you can listen. And if you do it, you actually have some alternatives, especially like Bernie's talking about, if you go out and seek to do a little bit of both. Maybe sell on one hand, buy on another hand.
Yep.
Can I ask you guys something? We're all egocentric little narcissists. And I always feel like, if I'm experiencing something, everyone else is too. As you guys well know, I've recently gotten, back into baseball, playing and into the Cardinals. And so I'm really consuming all of this excitement. Has it been like this all of these years that I kind of missed out? It's 2003. We're living and dying with what we're going to do, or is it relatively new?
Okay. Even more so then.
Oh, no. I mean, listen, man, the music stopped after the 2022 season. It was dead there for 23 and 24, 25. So you've caught the bug at a good time because the Cardinals are on the way up. No, man. I mean, since Bill DeWitt bought the team before the 96 season, the Cardinals are one of the 3 most successful franchises in baseball, and that even includes these down years. And I put together this list. Dave, I wish you would read it for your own enjoyment. I put together a list of like the 30 greatest moments by a pitcher player, during the DeWitt era. 96. And there's more than 30, but I cataloged 30 of them, and I didn't just list them. I told stories behind many of those things.
It's a great piece.
And, And I'll be honest with you. I was telling Randy Carricker this the other day. when I was putting that thing together, I just sat there and I was like, oh my God, can you believe I covered all this stuff? And there were so many of these incredible moments, spectacular moments by great players in big games. Like I said, I wrote 30 different ones. I think I could circle back and find 20 more to make it an even 50. So Dave, if you seriously, brother, if you read that, you will get the full scope of like how spectacular baseball has been in St. Louis since 1996.
To that, apropos of that, Bern, and I hesitate to even ask you this because I feel like I'm asking you to slum, but I'm sure you're aware of like the podcasters, the Barstool guys. It's been a big week of bashing St. Louis, and everything about them is boring. Their uniforms are boring. The way they play are boring. Like, I just want to see if you had any response.
Well, no, because there's knuckleheads in every market, and we live in a media age where, it's like we would say when I'm growing up in Maryland, my Southern grandfather would say, when the kids were being bratty and they were kind of pulling on each other, wrestling, and he'd say, y'all need to knock that off. Y'all like a bunch of crabs in a pot, and I always love that because it's a great analogy because the crabs are trying to get out of the pot just to be seen and get out, and we live in a media age where there's a bunch of pots with a bunch of crabs in them, and people are going to say anything to get attention. They don't even know if they mean what they say.
Yeah.
But I was joking with Chris Ranji about this very thing the other day because I love the dude in Atlanta saying Cardinals fans are boring. For the last 35, 40, 45 years, the only thing that ever comes out of an Atlanta Braves crowd is
the stupid tomahawk chop.
Like 25, 50 times a game for 40 years. And that dude's calling us bored. Once again, yeah, that's really exciting. And so original too. You didn't steal that from Florida State or anything, did you?
Not at all.
I mean, so shut up, right?
Yeah. We just went viral in Atlanta. So this is
you want me to do it some more? Whatever you want me to say.
I went on that same guy yesterday on the show, Bern. I think it's Brandon Walker was his name, the guy from Atlanta from Barstool. And it's like you can make the same generalizations that he's making about Cardinals fans, you can make about every fan base in the league. And I think these are all wrong, right? I could say Cubs fans are just casuals. They show, they stay with it. They don't care. They just stay with the team even when they're bad. And it's just it's all about the beer and it's all about the fun in the bleachers. It's not true, but from an outside view, it would look like that to some people if you don't pay attention.
See, and that's why, other than having fun because who gets the chance? When have I had a chance to go do? So, but that's the whole thing, man. The easiest thing in the world is for a media person in another market to make fun or trash fans in another market. And it's like predictable, easy to do. It's a layup. It gets attention. And that's why I don't respond to that crap, because St. Louis ain't got nothing to apologize for or defend. That's seriously not a damn thing.
Rachel's going to be so mad that I ask another question, but we'll keep it short. Going into this phase of the season, what to you, Bern, is really the key? Is it starting pitching? Is it the bullpen? Is it we got to get more offense?
It's the bullpen. I don't know why everybody keeps talking about starting pitching. Since the end of April, the Cardinals starting rotation ranks 4th in the National League in ERA, 3rd in quality starts, 5th in fielding independent ERA. They're healthy, which gives them another competitive advantage. These guys are healthy. They take the ball. They're not on the IL every other minute. So I don't understand. I read this stuff nationally. Oh yeah, the Cardinals rotation could use some oomph. They could use some strikeouts. There's no question about it. I'm not saying they're a great rotation.
Right.
But I read all these stupid pundits writing about, oh my gosh, they got to get some starting pitchers. Oh my God, they just got to do something. Do they really? I mean, I don't see the urgency there. Some depth would be great, or if you can expand the kind of skill set you have, sure. But the bullpen is by far the biggest issue. By far. It's not even close. Because I gave you those stats about the meltdowns.
Yep.
And there's a lot of other stuff there too. This bullpen doesn't strike people out. They walk too many. The contact rate against them on strikes, like opposing teams, the hitters of the other teams, Cardinals relievers as a group, collectively, they throw strikes. Those strikes get smashed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the highest contact rate on strikes against any bullpen in the National League. I mean, I could go on and on and on. There's a huge fault line in that bullpen, and this will sound dramatic, but why not? I got to perform, right? There's a big fault line in that bullpen, and it could blow the whole thing up. As far as you lose 4 or 5 games that you should have in the bag, that could make the difference whether you're in the wild card or not.
Yeah. Yep. All right, buddy, tell us about Saliga.
Yes, I will. Always pleased to talk about Saliga. You know, they've been taking care of great St. Louis families for 100 years now. This is year number 100. It's going to be 101 before you know it. And Dan Saliga is the 4th owner and operator of this family business. And man, he has upheld the great family standards and reputation, and then some. And we know all about this in the Miklas home because my wife and I have been calling on and relying on Saliga and depending on Saliga for, nearly 20 years. And they've just been fantastic. I've said this before. It's a situation. I mean, nobody wants to have the air conditioning, something go wrong with that, or something going wrong with your heat. Nobody wants that, or your boiler, something's going wrong with that. Nobody, who wants that? The first thing you do is just get like, oh my gosh. I tell you what, whenever we have the thing, we stay calm because we know Saliga is going to be along very soon to handle it for us. So we got no worries. We trust them entirely, including the way they do their business. They're not going to fool around with you and try to take advantage of you. Plus, they just know their stuff. So I couldn't recommend them any more highly than I already do. But if you're wondering who you should call and you want to get the phone number and see all the services, just go to SaligaHeatingandCooling.com. Have a great weekend.
Bernie Miklas on KMOX is sponsored by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer.
It's 2:49. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Hi, this is Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes, and this is it. Make no mistake, this is your last chance to live in Inverness at Bryan and Feisey Road. Save over $30,000 on one of our 2 remaining market-ready homes, and also special 4.75% financing for qualified buyers. Inverness is a beautiful community with trails, lakes, and a beautiful gazebo. Visit McKelveyHomes.com. Isn't it time to move up to McKelvey?
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
With the new MyLowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
We've been here 30 years. 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. Alvin Reed's going to be here at the top of the hour. It's always great to talk to Alvin. Here's a question. Rach, you weren't around, but were we just dehydrated in like the 70s and 80s and 90s? Like everyone's got a Stanley Cup,
Yep.
and
we were not walking around with water bottles.
We had water fountains we weren't allowed to use.
Oh,
I mean,
you weren't allowed to use them?
Yeah, like in grade school and stuff.
Only with permission.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
yeah, it's absolutely. We must have been walking around dehydrated because you would get to go to the water fountain like twice a day during school.
Yeah,
you didn't have bottled water in the classroom. It was not even a thought.
Now the kids are walking around with a dang Starbucks cup.
I know. Yeah, we did. I feel like we did kind of wake up to a reality, like, oh yeah, humans probably should have more water, but also maybe we go a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
Under normal circumstances, I mean.
I'm getting tired of being fooled by articles.
What happened
Like
this time?
I know what clickbait is in general, but like you see an article from the Washington Post, you're like, okay. And we're all looking for things about us, and this was science has finally discovered the best time to wake up for people over 60. Mm-hmm. And I struggle with my sleep. I'm like, okay, I'll play a little game. So I read the article and it's boring. And like 3/4 the way down, they go, and therefore there's really no best time. It really, and I'm like,
oh, that sucks.
So why did you guys even write this?
Right. Just say that as the headline.
I wasn't even wondering what the best time to wake up was until you brought it up.
Yes.
That sucks. Like, here's a question, we got an answer. Yeah, there's no answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's a setup for that.
Yeah, that's
a damn setup.
That should be jail time.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
You know, here in St. Louis, word of mouth still matters, and I'm pretty careful about who I recommend, especially when it comes to something as personal as estate planning. I'm Tom Ackerman. My family has been working with the Lederman Law Firm for over 20 years now, and the reason is simple. They don't just create documents and send you on your way. They help make sure your plan works. Because let's be honest, life changes. Family needs and circumstances change. Laws change. But most estate plans don't change over time as needs, circumstances, and laws change. They're outdated, sitting in a drawer. People assume they're fine, and their plan will work when they need it to work. At the Lederman Law Firm, it's not a one-time transaction. It's an ongoing process. They build a plan to protect your family and your assets, and then for a fixed annual fee, they help keep it up to date as both your life and assets change. Check out the Lederman Law Firm at LedermanLaw.com or give them a call at 314-514-9100. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 88 degrees. This just in, the search for a missing swimmer at Castlewood State Park has ended in tragedy. Marine troopers pulled a 19-year-old man's body from the Merrimack River just after 12:30 this afternoon, 2 days after he went under. Missouri State Highway Patrol Sergeant Dallas Thompson tells KMOX they are still officially piecing together what happened.
We will do a drowning report. We had a witness that was there and saw this occur, so we'll take his statements and, do our investigation, just kind of compare what we're seeing to make sure there was nothing else going on. At this point in time, we don't believe there was any kind of foul play or anything.
That stretch of the river is notorious for its deadly undercurrents. Thompson urges anybody looking to cool off this summer to stick with designated swimming streams or pools. In another major escalation of the war in Iran, the U.S. has begun to target civilian infrastructure, hitting bridges and a major railway station in Iran. ABC's Patrick Reevell at the Foreign Desk in London.
President Trump has suggested that they are still trying to talk with Iran. Some Iranian officials have indicated that the door to diplomacy does remain open, but the problem is right now both sides don't seem willing to compromise, and they seem to believe that escalating can force the other side to move towards compromising in negotiations.
Wildfire smoke is still impacting air quality to our north and east. ABC News medical contributor Dr. Alok Patel on who faces the highest risks outdoors.
It really comes down to children who breathe in 2 times the amount of air per body weight.
pregnant women, because this wildfire smoke, the PM 2.5, can actually pass through the placenta, and anyone with underlying heart or lung disease, and the elderly.
64 workers at Schnucks Bridgeton warehouse will be out of a job by next spring. The grocery chain announces it's closing the facility in March 2027 as it gets away from operating its own distribution warehouses. This completes a decade-long shift away from company-run distribution. Code Blue is back for this upcoming winter after being funded by St. Louis City's budget. With it also comes some changes.
Adam Pearson, the director of the city's Health and Human Services Department, says new this year, they have enough time to put out a request for proposals and discuss with various departments how things can be done better to assist the unhoused during severe winter weather. Pearson says they're also taking proposals from service providers of all kinds.
We want your feedback. We want your input. We want to see your proposals. You know, if you want to offer large shelter services, that's great. Smaller shelter services, that's great.
Pearson says they're hosting a conference on Tuesday for those interested in discussing the RFPs before the August 10th deadline. The city dedicated $2 million to Code Blue this winter. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The University of Missouri is moving toward commercial development on parts of its Columbia campus. After gathering ideas from developers, Mizzou says it's focused on student housing, hospitality, and mixed-use projects near the athletics facilities. Formal proposals from developers are expected to be sought by the end of the year. Let's get you an update now. The St. Louis Business Index. We take you to Stifel. Scott Bedell. Scott.
Happy Friday and good afternoon, everyone. Disappointing quarterly corporate earnings reports from the likes of IBM, Netflix, and Intuit Surgical continues to cast a pall over financial markets. In today's trade, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 406 points, or 0.75% to 52,146. The Standard & Poor's 500 index lost 1% to 7,457, while NASDAQ fell another 1.4% to 25,520. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index fell 0.5% to 1,700. There were some local winners today. Bayer Corporation gained 1.5% at $13.80. Centene up 4% at $66.42. On the downside, Enterprise Financial Services fell 1 2/3% at $67.39. Stifel Financial slid a little less than 2%, finishing at $77.16. And finally, Energizer lost 2% to close at $20.23. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. I'll be back with you again Monday afternoon. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Looking at the traffic map, we've got a crash on 70 going west at Cave Springs. That's on the right side. Some debris on 370 going east at Truman Boulevard. That's in the left lane. Crash on 94 going west at Prawley Lane. That's on the right side. Stalled vehicle 6440 east at Boone's Crossing on the right shoulder. And some road work on 67 Lindbergh North at Buck Creek, and that is in the left lane there.
It's all about summer once again as we go through our Friday afternoon in the middle of July. Partly sunny skies, hot and humid. We'll keep an eye out once again for these spot pop-up thunderstorms, which normally you think, that's not going to be a problem. But where they form, they are continuing to produce very heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. So kind of have to pay attention to the sky. 93 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. A humid night, 75 for the overnight low. Saturday and Sunday, sunny skies, 93 for the high each day. We'll keep that going Monday and Tuesday, and a shot of some cooler temperatures, mid-80s on tap for Wednesday of next week. Let's keep our fingers crossed. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got some clouds at 88 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Upgrade your summer ride with auto loan rates as low as 3.99% APR at Scott Credit Union. New or used, Scott Credit Union helps you love your ride and your rate. Learn more at scu.org. Rates vary, terms and conditions apply.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. 3:06. Alvin Reed is here. We all love Alvin, but we love him even more because he's Friday afternoon, dude.
Yes, he's the symbol of Friday.
I'm the symbol of Friday.
Yeah.
Amy Markscores told me like she always catches the segment, and I told her, I said I kind of feel bad because I just come bopping in on Friday, and they have already been grinding for 4 days and some.
You're like the guy who's waiting for me at the 20-mile mark of a marathon, giving me Gatorade.
No, there you go.
I'm like, it's Alvin. I can do this.
There you go. Right. I can finish this. I can
finish
do
this.
it. I can do it.
Alvin is wearing a credential to an event, and this will surprise no one. I love credentials. I love having that around my neck.
Do you keep them?
Oh yeah,
I keep mine too, and I have given them away as nieces and nephews. Grow up every now and then. Like they'll be there, and like I'll give them something. I said like that's from the National League Championship Series or whatever that be, and then I'll get like a text or whatever. This is kind of years ago.
Yeah,
you get a text where they like took it to school, and we're just like the hit of their elementary school.
Yeah,
no matter where it is in the United States. And one of my all-time was she kind of came up with it. I said, but my daughter was me for Halloween one year when she was in middle school, and she had 2 of my credentials on with the picture on it.
That's great.
And so we put a little black mustache on her. She wore a fedora.
That's funny.
Everybody thought my costume was great.
That's funny. That could have gone bad. Like, oh, this is what you see.
Yeah, right, exactly. But like I said, I love the credential. I appreciate them. You guys know we got to do a lot of cool stuff in life through what we chose to do, and just you pick one up that's really old, and you just remind yourself that
Rach, what's your favorite thing you've been able to do because of the show?
Oh, good question. Probably, honestly, when we went to Belle Reve for PGA.
That was
that was amazing.
That was,
I would always just see golf on TV growing up, and I was so far removed from it. I'm like, this is boring. I don't get it. But then when you're out there, especially like the access we were given, I felt very spoiled. It was a really cool opportunity, and it really helped me like appreciate everything a lot more.
Yeah. I would say mine would be the things that jump to my mind is I got to take the Richard Petty NASCAR training twice, which is 3 days, and you get to go like 160 miles an hour on your own, and then you get in a car with a NASCAR driver, and they go like 190. And it's just like insane, just absolutely insane.
Sounds great.
And then I would say probably being the first person to get into the Exorcist house back in 2008.
That has to be like top.
Now
of the
that
list.
would be up there because it was so unique.
Yes,
right. That would be cool.
And also everyone knows
with it.
Right? Everyone knows that house.
And the thing is that it isn't necessarily something that I want to do.
Right.
But if I had been afforded that opportunity, then I would have done it.
How about you? What are your top 2 or 3?
Okay, 1985. Okay, the Chicago Bears but they didn't have an indoor practice facility. So 85 Bears came to Champaign because they had this like air bubble blown thing that was like but you could practice like indoors.
Yeah.
So they did that first week in Champaign, at least 3 practices. So I went down and did all the media stuff, and I was at the paper in Danville. So not only interviewing Mike Ditka, I happened to get on an elevator. Mike Ditka was on it, and 2 ladies got on with Chicago Bears stuff on, and they were just giggling with Mike Ditka and everything. It was just, we rode a couple floors. But anyway, did the interview. So last day, so they're going back, they're going to fly down to New Orleans because it was in New Orleans. And, I'm going to drive back and write my story, and the media person for the Bears comes through and says like, okay, media, just, if you're going, fill out this form, whatever. Jet leaves media, not with team, blah, blah, blah. He's running out, and he hands me a form, and I'm kind of thinking like, I think so I fill it out and, whatever, and, give it to, turn it in. I go back to Bear. I said, Chuck, if I didn't know better, I think can go to the Super Bowl. And I don't know how much, I said if I have to pay for the flight or whatever, or I can't afford it, but, I'm not even asking you. And remember the fax machine?
Yeah.
Well, like the next day, like the fax comes through and has everything on there, blah, 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 blah. So the first Super Bowl I went to was in 1985. And I've told people, I said, if you ever can go to a Super Bowl, you should do it. Because the whole football world is there. And if you had a childhood, now some of them have passed away, obviously, since that time. But if you had a childhood hero in the National Football
Probably
League,
there.
they're probably there.
Cool.
Then when I went to the Rams Super Bowl, same thing. That was 1999. But kicking it with the late Nan Wyatt at the Fox party, just hanging out. But also just sitting in a bar and like the Media Hotel, Wayne Gretzky over here. So-and-so over here, just right there, and you're just sitting on the middle of all these people. So it's really cool. I remember that. And then I've just, it's little simple stuff, like NASA stuff I got to do. Not go up in space, which I really want to do, but, like Kennedy, Space Center, things like that where you get a tour, but not just a tour, like.
So you would do the Gayle King thing? You'd pop up into space?
Oh, in a second. A second. If he called me and said, Alvin, you can go for free, I am there. I think people, you're never in space, you do that. And no, I would really love to do that. I have friends, and they're probably list. Some of them probably say like, no, Alvin Reed is sincere. He has said that he wants to go.
Were you one of those kids who thought about being an astronaut in any real way?
Yes. But it was one of those things where I chose really what I wanted to do so early in life that, that I wanted to be a newspaper person.
Yeah.
And so I never was pulled to the science engineering part of it.
You know what stopped me from wanting to as a kid? The inability to do math and my terrible cowardice.
and your terrible cowardice.
Yeah, they just really aligned against me.
And the thing is that I have never been any type of daredevil in my life.
Yeah.
I am not that person. I am not afraid. You could strap me up in that Saturn V and say, like, dude, all right, all you can do for the next, 17 minutes is hang on.
Just scream.
Right. And I would say, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to go to space, so badly. And I've always felt like that. So, yeah. By the way, I made the first cut. I think it was more age and maybe fitness, although I never had to do any fitness thing. But NASA was going to do journalists in space.
Oh, yeah.
And made the first cut, but unfortunately, teacher in space didn't go so well.
Yeah.
And that was, they said, we can't take civilians, we can't have a classroom of kids sitting here and they got to witness that.
Yes.
And then now the next one will be a journalist and, everybody in their hometown or whatever is looking and this goes down. So
man, every time I see that video, you see when it blows up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's like another 30 seconds before anyone from NASA.
You start to realize, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Right. And it's what word did the guy use? I forgot what the poor gentleman who was doing the kind of, not the news person, but the NASA person. He said that it was something where there had been some type of malfunction or something.
Yeah.
You're kind of thinking like, it looked like more than a malfunction. I'm not sure. Right. And you always had that, there's a way they could get out. So, thinking like, maybe, but boom. Yeah. Right.
Wheels, is yours going to Sydney?
It's up there, man, because just first of all, I always loved the Olympics as a kid, and then getting to make a trip to a part of the planet that most people don't get to go to for free because it's work was like a big bonus. So it's got to be up there. It's really hard to say, though, because if you're a sports guy and you do this, like Tom and I and Matt and I, like the three, we all talk about this all the time. Like, it's just surreal because the people you grew up like watching on TV know your name. And you it's a casual interaction, and you're just like, it's more that strikes you. Just like, this is so weird. That these people that I grew up watching, I just have a conversation with them when I see them. It's not weird. It's not like introduce yourself or anything like that. But you get a bunch of those where it's like, or especially early in your career where you first start doing it.
Yeah.
where you're just absolutely blown away by just being I'm at an NFL practice and I'm talking to Dan Marino.
Right.
Like I'm in college and it's like Dan Marino's in front of me. Like, that's crazy.
You're interviewing people, and it's like, no, they have just as, you feel a certain way, but you're a reporter, and they like treat you with respect most, and you just like, that's really cool.
Yeah. You get over it. Like when you're young, you're like, that's crazy. I'm talking to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You get over it because you get used to it, but it's like it's still a surreal thing because it's not a normal access thing. But like if you think about big events, I've never been to a Super Bowl, and I honestly don't have a big draw for it. But been to a bunch of World Series, Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Finals. But I think the big one.
You have one of the most famous videos from David Freeze's.
I know. It gets stolen by all the dudes out there that are getting all the clicks every single year on the anniversary of David Freeze's home run. Because when we're waiting to do post game at the end of Game 6, and our studio, for those that don't know, at the ballpark, our studio is right underneath the green seats. Our pregame, postgame studio where Matt Pauley is on all nights and where I used to be on all nights. And we're watching this game go back and forth, and people in the green seats sometimes leave. So we just hang there, and everybody knows you, so you're not in the way. You have a credential. You're just out of everybody's way, but you're there. And I had this great view, so I'm just like every pitch recording just in case something happens. And I got the freeze one with the reaction, and I think the team used it, the Cardinals did, for some highlight stuff, and that's cool. I mean, I'm the one that sent it to them. But then every year now on the anniversary, it just pops up everywhere. No credit, just we have it, and we're going to get all the clicks and make all the the engagement money off it. But we're not even going to credit. I will give credit to some of them though, like Foul Territory and those guys. They did credit my original post. It's good to see that. I don't need money for it, but like
it's good to
it's just like that's not yours.
And it used to be no one would ever do that.
No, that's the point.
That's
normally,
the point.
It used to be that anything you would use from someone else, you would credit. And it still is that way by expectation, but all the clickbait places and the rate and the engagement farmers just don't care.
Right. I mean, 2006, so they win the World Series, and it was cold that night. It was cold.
Yeah.
And all said and done, and I'd come back up from the clubhouse, and I was on the field, and the Fox people were the little camera that's right in front of home plate that showed they were digging that up. And I've just walked. I said, like, hey, can I have some of that dirt? And they said, sure. And I just got some clumps of dirt and took it home, like wrapped up in a napkin, and I put it in a little cellophane thing. I still have it.
That's pretty
and
cool.
And just it's just, I know what it is. If I pulled it, hey, guess what this is? Nobody would know. But I said, like, I know what it is.
Last thing here, and we'll take a break and come back with more of Alvin. I was in line with producer Tom Turbrock when Jack Buck was laid out at Busch Stadium. And we're, long line, takes an hour to get around. We're coming down third baseline, and Tom tries to dig up a clump of grass. That didn't go well.
Oh, no, that's
touch the grass.
That didn't go well.
And the thing is that even after all this, after everything that had happened, and it's by that time it was like 12:30 in the morning, and I still asked permission.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh, nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, mine starts here.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Taking care of yourself should fit into your life, not complicated. Neoviten Original Formula is a complete daily multivitamin designed to support your everyday wellness routine with essential vitamins, minerals, and a natural ingredient blend, all in just 2 daily tablets. Subscribe online at neoviten.com for monthly delivery or shop Neoviten at your local Schnucks and Dearborn. Neoviten Original Formula is physician formulated to fit easily into your everyday routine. All of our vitamins are manufactured in a certified GMP facility in the USA. Neoviten, make nutrition easy.
Get this, 42% of baby boomers don't even know how much money they have in their nest egg. If you're not sure where you stand in terms of getting ready for retirement, you should be listening to the All Financial Hour with Steve All.
Let's sit down and talk about your questions, because I think that's the most important thing that it is out there. It's what questions do you have?
Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. We're just name dropping here in the DGS. We're talking about some of the coolest things our careers have afforded us. And I just thought of one for me. I can't believe I didn't think of this right away. I'm not even sure what year it was, but several years before Bobby Plager passed away. And he and I did like 3 different appearances together, just 2 of us. And he was the coolest, most normal dude.
So
and I'll
great.
never forget him going like, he goes, Dave, you like free eats? And I'm like, sure, Bobby. Who doesn't? He goes, let me tell you how to get them. You go to a hotel. He's like, I like Drury Inn. Go to a hotel that has a breakfast, and you stand next to the front desk. And when Mr. McGillicuddy checks out, you go in there and you become Mr. McGillicuddy. And he said, here's my big tip. Here's what helps. You put a newspaper under your arm, and you just look normal. And no one even questions you, and you get a free breakfast. And I'm like, you are Bobby Plague.
You're a Bobby. The guy doesn't have to pay for anything in St.
You
Louis
don't
ever.
need to pretend that you're Mr. McGillicuddy. And he goes, here's another tip. Most golf courses have tournaments on Monday. You can just show up and eat. I'm like, Bob, I don't think you.
He's awesome.
I don't think you understand.
Right. It's. I believe it. I believe it. Those are the stories that like older pro athletes.
Yeah.
They could tell you in a second.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we're making $100,000. Everybody thought that was a whole lot of money. And I know we were scouting for free food, free hotel room, whatever.
I took Phoebe and her friend to the Blues game in the alumni suite, and they were 6, 7, 8 years old. And Bobby took a liking to him. And Phoebe was eating popcorn, and Bobby was eating her popcorn.
Yeah.
And then he started throwing popcorn into the crowd. And people are looking up like, hey, mofo. And they're like, oh, my God, it's Bobby Blake. So we get home, and Maureen's like, how was the game? She goes, it was good. She goes, some old guy ate my popcorn.
Yeah. Well, my daughter said this, and later in life, they said, like, Dad, we used to tell the kids at school, like, what we got to do. Like, one was Fernando Vina had his baseball camp.
Oh, okay.
And the girls were there. And they're down on the field. Only kids on the field just running around. And Cardinals are hitting them like little ground balls and whatnot. And when we used to go to the hockey game, I used to tell my wife, I said, like, hey, comb their hair out so they have, like, hockey hair. Because we're going to be, like, in the suites and all that and whatnot. And we said, we used to tell the other kids what we did. And they would just, like.
Yeah.
Right. I made copies of all of the lineup sheets and whatnot during the whole Mark McGwire thing. I did it also for the World Series. Send them to school. Like, I would make 20 copies, get the originals, make copies, send them with them to give to the kids at school. And, like, the kids, parents, like, by that time he had email and all that, and he said, like, hey, I'm so-and-so, so like dad or mom, and I just wanted to thank you. I mean, I know that was so much trouble. I said, like, wasn't any trouble at all. Right?
Cool. You know what is the best, though? I think this is the best part for, like, humbling you and when you have this kind of luck where you get these experiences is having a child like mine who doesn't care about sports. And they get to meet someone with you, and they're just like, I don't care.
Yeah. That's it exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, but they'll look back and say, like, oh, that was cool. So you didn't think it was all that cool at the time, right?
Thank you, man. Have a great weekend.
Man. Yeah, have a good weekend.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
Are Wynn, Burleson, and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals Talk that doesn't flinch.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for Your Retirement Highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, it's a Friday, but it's not terrible right now. Westbound Highway 70, you've got slow stuff west of 94 through Zembel, west of TR Hughes through Highway K, and then A to Z, but it's bumper to bumper from Wentzville Parkway out to David Hokel Parkway, and heavy traffic both ways, primarily eastbound around Forestell after that. Westbound 64, Hampton out through McCausland's kind of slow. It's backed up pretty solid like St. Louis Boulevard out to 70. South 270, a couple of pockets from 64 through Manchester. Barely a slowdown at Big Bend, just a couple of busy spots down toward Gravois after that. If you're on southbound 21, we have a crash. Looks like it's just north of Highway Y. Traffic's jammed back to 110. That's with injuries. Southbound 55M midway down to Z. You've got some pretty heavy traffic. Illinois traffic, roadwork, eastbound 64, 157 most of the way to 159, and westbound 5570 from 255 most of the way to 111. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door Summer Tune-Up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, St. Louis. This is Ben Barnett. I'm a board-certified master arborist, and I've been caring for St. Louis trees for over 25 years. Today, I'm going to help you choose a tree care contractor. Here's how it's done, so pay close attention. First, call everyone you know who has ever done any type of outdoor work, including that cousin that used to sleep on your couch. Leave them all messages and wait around to see if they call back. Here's a hint, they won't. Now, post to all your social media that you are looking for recommendations for a good tree service. Now beware, because there will be hundreds of different recommendations. So you need to carefully go through each one, checking that they have the proper insurance, background checks, and even the slightest idea of what they're doing. Schedule a bunch of appointments, and when nobody shows up, get really frustrated and put the whole project off for another year. Or you could just call Timberline Professional Tree Care. 636-479-7475, or visit us online at stltreecare.com.
Today,
the Cards, the D-backs.
Ameren Total Access 745. First pitch 840.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 334. Happy Friday. Dave Murray brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. How you doing, Dave?
Doing okay. Can I add to the last segment?
You bet.
Just because it's just, of when your kids are growing up and they don't really care at all.
Yeah.
And this goes back 40 years ago. Is I was at Good Morning America, and Jay Randolph called me up and he said, "Hey, Cardinals are coming in. They're playing the Mets. You want to come see part of the game anyway and bring your son?" Now, my son was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So I finish up the GMA, drive home, pick him up, go back to the stadium, Met Stadium, and Jay said, "You got to get there really early." He said, "Because I want to get you in the dugouts and get you out on the field and do all that pregame stuff." So we got there, I think it was 12:30 start. We got there like 11:30, 11 in the morning. Nobody was there. Jay hadn't even gotten there yet, but he was rolling in. And he got to go in the dugout, got to meet all the Cardinal players, got baseballs, got to run around the field, all that stuff. But what he remembers is that we got there so early, and we get out of the car, and he goes, "Dad, I got to go to the bathroom. And everything's locked up tight. And I said, "Okay, here's what you do in this situation. See the tire? We're going to go wee-wee on the tire." And he goes, "Really?" I said, "There's nobody here." So he does that. And we go to the game, see the game, do all that. Great fun. We get home, and Mom, Janice, goes, So how'd you like the ball game? And he goes, it was great. What was your favorite part? Dad taught me how to go wee-wee on the tire in the parking lot.
That's good.
Great.
That's really good.
Dave's like, not only did you not care about the other stuff, but you outed me.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, in the process.
Dave, how often were you starstruck on Good Morning America?
A lot, because you met everybody.
Yeah.
From presidents to world leaders to comedians to you name it. Everybody you met, one way or the other. Sometimes just in passing, sometimes the comedians were always the best. And because they love to get in early. They just weren't in the green room for a couple minutes, then bang, out you go. They come into the studio. The show goes on at 7 a.m. They're in the studio at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And they're testing all their material. And you don't realize it, first of all, but they're joking around with everybody. They're joking around with the crew. And then you realize when they hit the air of what jokes they tell and what jokes they didn't tell. The ones that nobody laughed at, they got out right away.
Yeah.
And for obvious reasons, Bill Murray and I always got along very, very quickly for the reasons of the last name.
Did he tell you about that time he won the Masters?
Yeah.
So
story.
Dave, not so much their performance, but who is the most genuinely funny person you ever met doing GMA?
Wow. Boy, I'm not. I mean, just like not on the show, just in passing.
Out, yeah.
You know what? I found that most of them, just hanging out, don't want to be funny.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're just hanging out. They're normal people.
Yeah.
They're not there to perform.
Yeah.
For you. They're there for the show and promote whatever they're promoting. But most of the time, they're just nice people, male or female.
Comics are a lot of the fun people to hang out with. Just the ones we've in different radio jobs, and I know the couple of guys like the Sklar brothers that you get to hang with people once in a while. And it's like most of them just want to talk sports.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to chill and kind of like how if you're an athlete, you don't want to talk about baseball when you're hanging out. You want to talk about music or you want to.
Oh yeah. I remember Jim Edmonds coming in. This is at Channel 2. He was doing this. I was working a Sunday, just one of the Sundays that I occasionally had to work, and he was coming in to do Martin Kilcoyne's show in the evening, late night, and Martin is like, trying to talk sports with him before the show and all this stuff, and Jim goes, I want to go talk to Dave because Jim is a weather nut.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, neither did I. And Martin's like, wait a minute, what am I, chopped liver? And he didn't want to talk to Martin at all. He says, let's just talk weather. I want to talk weather.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Speaking of, what are we looking at, Dave?
All right, there's a couple of pop thunderstorms out there. Nothing much around the immediate St. Louis area. They're just kind of here and there, much less than yesterday, but still capable of downpours of rain and some lightning. Wouldn't worry about it for evening plans. It's hot. It's humid. 75 for the overnight low. Saturday, I think the pop storms are going to be kind of hard to find. Sunny skies, hot, humid, 93. It's quiet Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny, hot and humid. Couple of pop afternoon, evening thunderstorms on Sunday, 93. Sunny and 95. Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, I still like the idea of a northerly flow returning for, hopefully 2, maybe more. But 86 for the high Wednesday and again on Thursday. Right now, the smoke from the Canadian and the Upper Plains wildfire staying away from us. It is thick over the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast, including Chicago. And I'm a little concerned once we get into the northerly flow, that may come into play. But over the weekend, it's not coming into play, and early next week, it's not coming into play.
Have you guys ever been in a situation with dust or smoke where you legit had trouble kind of breathing? Like, I never have.
No,
Lots of times.
You have, Dave?
Yeah, from wildfires.
Yeah,
in fact,
I bet.
this morning, I got up with Snowflake to let her out. It was like 6:20 in the morning, and there's fire engines down the street. We live in a very small little neighborhood. And I'm thinking, what's going on? And I smelled smoke. And I'm thinking, oh, man, is there a house on fire? But it turned out there's a wildfire down in San Diego County, southerly flow, and that smoke was coming up, and we had an inversion over us, so the smoke got trapped Then by about 8 o'clock, the winds kicked up and it was gone.
Mm.
But I've been in much thicker smoke than that, where it's coating the car, it's coating your house, your rooftop. You really have to keep all the windows closed.
Yeah, in my neighborhood, we call that the hour or two after the 4th of July fireworks are
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Yeah.
Dave, is the hurricane hunter the scariest thing you've done?
You know, some of the stuff in the 93 flood was pretty scary.
Oh, I
But
bet.
going in and being in there in that plane for 6 to 8 hours, something like that, that was unsettling.
So the flood, were you in areas where you're like, this could get hairy pretty quick?
Oh, yeah. And, just in places where you knew you probably shouldn't have been, but you were.
Right.
And just seeing it all. Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Rachel, want to do some headlines?
Yes, let's start by following up on the teleprompter conversation from yesterday. I just kind of wanted to put some extra information out there because yesterday I had told you guys that this teleprompter operator who works for President Trump is being investigated for making bets on the president's speeches. And I had said, oh, he's still working. Maybe he'll be working tonight. Well, that wasn't entirely accurate. He is still employed, but he is on unpaid leave while all of this is being worked out. And according to Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary, the president believes it's deeply unfortunate and, frankly, a disgrace.
Then just fire him.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're waiting for the investigation to play out in some way. Now, I know sometimes we worry, what's going to happen in 2028? I can't really connect with any of these people who could possibly be running for president. Well, I'm here to alleviate your fears.
Oh, good.
Don Lemon says he's seriously weighing a 2028 presidential
Don
run.
Lemon, Stephen A. Smith. What world are we living in?
I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief. I
Yeah,
think the
thank
country's
God.
going to be
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
This is a crazy story. I'm so glad that this woman is still with us. A 82-year-old North Carolina woman fell into her bathtub and was stuck there for 9 days.
I heard about this.
She fell on June 1st. She injured her back and landed in a way that made unable for her to climb out. Her phone and her cat were on the other side of the bathroom door, and this part breaks my heart. She was yelling out and calling out, but neighbors couldn't hear her, and the cat was crying and meowing, trying to help.
Yeah.
Her brother in Georgia calls her every week and couldn't get a hold of her and asked neighbors to check. And they were like, well, her car's in the driveway, but we can't find her. So then the sheriff's office came and found her semi-conscious in the tub 9 days later.
I heard that she was using her feet to splash water into her mouth.
Yes.
Wow.
She was hospitalized, obviously, for severe hydration and bed sores, and I believe she's in a rehab facility right now.
That sucks.
Her cat's name was Phoebe, and Phoebe made it through the 9 days and is being cared for by friends.
Phoebe would have straight up eaten her.
No, Phoebe was crying. She was like, please help my mom. It's now cheaper to buy a new home than it is to buy a used one. That's thanks to different builder incentives and baby boomers who don't want to sell on the low. And this is really the first time since 1974 that this has been the case. New homes are selling for less than existing ones.
I saw a thing today that every generation but this one, the older generation, which would be the boomers now, downsize, but now boomers are upsizing.
Huh.
So people...
Did it say why?
No. People hate the boomers. I mean, it's just a thing now. Everything's boomers' fault, so... All right.
I think it'd sell a house or two. I don't know. Why do you need to upsize? You don't have anyone living within your house.
Yeah.
Come on now. All right.
Okay. Got crushed again.
There's a reason. It's
like
not
I'm right here.
I guess I disagree with the sentiment that it's just like they just pick on the baby boomers. Like, no, they've completely changed habits that have benefited following generations for generations. The boomers are like, no, actually, we're just going to keep doing our thing.
This
for as long as-
doesn't apply to our friend Dave, obviously, but there's just so many people in positions of power.
I was going to say, look at Congress.
CEOs,
Look at the
Congress
Senate.
who just won't go home.
Yeah.
Go home. It's okay. We got it. We'll take care of it.
Well, evidently, that's like across the board.
Yeah.
Like in every field, every career.
Yes.
It's also they can get bigger houses.
just like they need.
with all those no kids, yeah.
This is kind of old news, but I don't think we've mentioned it on the show yet. But British Airways is adding another nonstop flight from St. Louis to London. They've just had a lot of demand. So going from 4 days a week to 5 days a week.
Road trip.
Yeah, road trip to the airport.
I would
so
be
then we can
take the show on the road.
I would be so disappointed if I flew British Airways, United Emirates, or what's the Japanese?
There's JAL and ANA.
Okay, if I flew any of those and it sucked, I would be so crestfallen. Like I expected from American Airlines, right?
Yeah.
But
One more quick. Oh, sorry, Andrew.
No, I was just going to say, I almost feel like it would be impossible to have like a good flight on an airplane at this point in our society.
Not in those other ones, no.
Unless you're on one of those wacky airlines where they have
Swiss
like
Air or
bedrooms
whatever.
on the
No.
plane and stuff.
Yeah. The other ones, the international carriers, they're all nicer. Every one of them.
Okay, one more quick one for you guys. Brenda Fricker, the first Irish actress to win an Oscar for My Left Foot, has died at the age of 81. You also may know her as the Pigeon Lady from the 1992 film Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
That's about the only thing I would know her
wasn't
from.
she also Michael Myers' wife when he played his dad in So I Married a Serial Killer?
Wow, that's a pull.
I'll be so excited if I'm right.
How did in the
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Let's
You don't know
see.
that movie?
You're right.
No, I do.
Dave.
It's just it's called So I Married an Axe Murderer.
What did I say?
So I Married a Serial Killer.
Oh, sorry.
Same thing.
She was in that film.
Hey!
Wow.
Dang.
That's a fun movie. That's a 90s
classic.
That is a 90s movie.
Classic.
And a classic.
Thank you, Dave. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Tell you guys about Mark Cantor. He was just here yesterday, and the guy just, he just presents from Central Casting as a trial attorney. Tall, good-looking guy, little gray in his hair, has been doing this for decades. He seems pretty fearless to me just in general. A little bit cocky, which I don't think is a bad thing for a trial attorney. And because this is the person that's going to not only get up in court and tell your story and object to what the other side is trying to do. He really, truly stands between you and, a $1 billion insurance company, but he is going to be with you from the very beginning. I sent him a case where this poor little girl was hit by a school bus, I think. And she ended up in, rehab for a very long time. And Mark has been managing her care, not medically, of course, but just making sure she's getting everything she needs from the very beginning. So he is the real deal. If you or someone you care about is injured and you think someone else may be at fault, call Mark 314-628-9999 or CantorInjuryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
We got some backed up traffic both directions on Highway 70 right now. This traffic reports the service of Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family. It's a vehicle fire westbound 70 just before 141. The right lane shut down, so westbound 70 is jammed back through 270. North 270, the right lanes are jammed north at Dorset. Southbound, they're at the Rock Road, and eastbound 70 is taking a look backed up just east of the Blanchette Bridge. Other than that, westbound 70 from 79 through Highway K is a little busy, A to Z in Wentzville, and then it's slow Wentzville Parkway out to Forest Hill. It was jammed earlier, so that looks better. Now, westbound 64 Science Center headed out through Bellevue, Big Bend. It's bumper to bumper, Lake St. Louis Boulevard to 70. South 270, slow pockets from 64 down to Doherty Ferry. Slow at Big Bend. It jams approaching 44. There's a crash in the left lane, South 270 before Gravois. Southbound 55 approaching M down to Highway Z is backed up. Southbound 21 approaching 110 down to a injury crash just north of Highway Y. Illinois drivers, southbound 255 Route 3 Columbia is backed up. 5570 westbound from 255 to 111 is heavy and backed up across the Poplar, and eastbound 64 delays 157 to 159. As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer. Proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th, America. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they were very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paint paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
Don't paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield. I got my first real 6-string.
Brian Adams. Roll with the Punches Tour 2026. A night full of hits. Live at Enterprise Center, Friday, July 24th. With special guest Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Considering buying or selling a home? When it comes to the Gelman team with eXp Realty, numbers don't lie. Over 1,500 Google and Zillow 5-star reviews, nearly 6,000 homes, and $2.5 billion in real estate sold. Call 314-336-1991, thegelmanteam.com.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run. Because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Okay, we have 40 seconds until the end of this set here. Sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
Sock.
Socks first, shoes after. Because the shoes are in a different place. Socks are in the bedroom, shoes are out by the door.
You don't do it at the same time?
No, because the socks are in the bedroom and the shoes are out by the door. Shoes are the last thing that go on my feet. Like, that's the last thing as I walk out the door.
What on earth are we talking about here?
Putting on our shoes and
Putting on your shoes and socks. Do you put on a sock and a
Oh,
shoe?
neither ever go off, so I'm ready to go.
He just sleeps in his
I'm ready to
shoes
go.
and
I got my
socks.
go bag. I'm out the door.
You put today's sock over yesterday's sock?
You go through all that trouble, but you don't back into your parking spot?
For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering knows what a hard day's work looks like because he's done it his whole life.
I like Mike. He's a dad. He knows what our families are up against.
Mike Deering's a businessman. He knows what red tape actually costs.
I like Mike because Mike Deering stands with President Trump. Secure the border, cut our taxes, put Missouri first.